I love when the good news coming in on a day-to-day. Already know what's happening, I don't gotta shake the hay. Big moves, big stepper in the right direction. The trip continues, every W's a psychedelic. Journey over accolades, divvy up the accolades and tell them boys to have a day. Give and take, and I love to give. Give and take, and I love to see the bros hitting milestones. Gon' get your shine on, brighter than an iPhone. Screen anybody tryna take a piece of pie home. Try a song, shape a stick or drop them like a pine cone. Conversations about the goals and the gold that I'm sitting on. All I hear is low ballin' digits if I listen to them. No need to counter if it's disrespect. Swam with sharks, learned how to bite my way out fishing nets.
What is going on today, family? What is going on? How y'all doing? Welcome in. Y'all better get in here and enjoy y'allself. Yes. Yeah, man, we're gonna have a chill one today. Just quick conversation, cause I know most folk done heard about this little thing going on, this little situation. And I can't lie, I couldn't wait till this evening to have a chance to sit and talk with y'all about it, because I just want to know what y'all think. I know what I think. But who cares about what I think? Nobody cares about what I think. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what's on y'all mind. Bruh, it's been so much going on in the world that, and I mean, this ain't nothing new. I done said this before, but I can't get past okay, two big questions for me, along with a whole bunch of other them. Why now? And what the hell am I supposed to do? I just I don't know, fam. I don't know. And I'm not ruling nothing out. Hell, the world full of possibilities, ain't it? Ain't it? But my bigger question is, what am I supposed to do about it? Oh, doggone it. I got some issues going on, y'all. I'm gonna have to see how long I can stay up here. I'm trying to correct everything as we speak. Hold on, let me see something. Y'all hold on, give me just a second. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna see how long I stay on here, man. I've been having issues with my backup system, with my backup power system, and we've been having these outages again here lately. So we're gonna have to see, because we've been having some issues on my side and on the grid side. Let me get over to the comments. I see you, Dan H. What's up, brother? Everybody else off in here. Sorry, y'all. I won't give y'all my attention in the beginning. Who we got up in here? We got She Said, what's going on, sister? Mama, my Renaissance grandma. Bougie Prepper. Hey, Shanna. Hey, Bougie, how you doing, fam? I was in there I caught a little bit of it last night. You know how late it was. You and Hands in the Dirt did y'all thing last night. Who else off here? Yeah, Bougie, She Said, Mama, Shanna, got Dan H. Hold on, y'all. Let me talk to tech department real quick. Yeah. No, that's a good idea, babe. Let me all right, y'all. I'm gonna set some contingencies in place so at least we can keep conversing in case this go down, because I don't know what my power situation is gonna be looking like much longer. Again, issues with our backup system. It's been raining a lot, and issues with the yeah. Okay. Okay, I got this ready. So just in case, y'all, I might have to switch devices here in a little bit, but we're gonna try to make it happen, Calvin. Yes, 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 yes. So with that being said, in the meantime, family, tell me what y'all think about this whole with these public hearings. And that's another part of it, public hearing. What y'all think about this whole UFO situation? And why tell us now, and as a general public, what we supposed to do about it? Hey, Wellness with Frugal Mama, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Dan, I ain't got one of them, but I sure have thought about building one because I actually have seen them over here. I've seen bicycle machete and knife sharpeners. I've seen bicycle generated electricity. um, everything from hand generated water pumps. There's some it's a lot of ingenuity over here. It sure is. Grand rising to everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank y'all for being here. And if you want to, it's just a pop-up. I mean, you can share it out if you want to. No big deal. Ain't nobody tripping. But I better go and get into this while the getting still good before it's all over with. Hey, Martika. What's going on, sister? Y'all, I am here. I swear, I'm here. I'm working. I'm trying to get some stuff fixed, and hopefully the backup lasts longer than it's been lasting. But yeah, might be time to swap out some components and a battery or two or whatever. But either way, it's all good, family. It's all good. How y'all doing today on this here Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. Sure is all day long. It is Thursday. But yeah, I want Falling Skies. What's going on, family? Military spending budget in history. Get ready. Fallen Skies said the greatest reset, the largest military spending budget in history. Get ready for slavery 2.0. It's a lot going on. It is, and I can't say you're wrong, fam. I want to know what y'all think because I know what I think, and I'm gonna tell y'all about it. I sure am. It's real interesting. I just don't know. I mean, if ET phone home, he didn't call me. I just want to know, like, why now, and what exactly am I supposed to do with said information? Now, again, we'll get into some of the weeds of it because it was never acknowledged that this particular person, they'll say his name in a minute, I forgot, that he didn't physically see whatever, but it was going off of, eyewitness, yada, yada. I don't know. I just can't help but wonder, what am I supposed to do with it? I'm glad you said that, she said, because I was finna get into that in a moment. She said it's another distraction. Y'all know how I feel about that. I may be in complete agreement, which I am, but a distraction from what? That's the other half of the coin. That's the other side of the coin that it's got to be mentioned as well. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world. You could pick almost anything. Yeah, I do agree. It's a distraction, but damn, I want to know a distraction from what? What is, because y'all, this is a big deal in the sense of any government, whether it be the US, anybody coming out saying, yeah, we've been sitting on aliens for a couple decades, and we're gonna talk about it publicly and have the news crews out here, and we're gonna have a public conversation about it. It's all classified, but we're gonna chop it up about it anyway. But yeah, that leaves me wondering. Okay, I receive that. What are you distracting me from? because it's hard to. I mean, I put it like this: you distract somebody from a. Well, I don't know. Let me get to y'all comments, see what y'all thinking. What's going on, mo folk coming off here? Bud Files, what's going on, family? How y'all doing? CC's Texas Garden, Miss Hollywood Garden. How you doing? Y'all better get in here and enjoy yourself. Official J Mia, how you doing? Yes. I seen a couple comments. Let me get to some of these comments real quick. She said it's and Frugal Mama agree. Dan H said it's misdirection. Whether they hiding by showing you the UFOs. Exactly. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's why I ask y'all what y'all think about it, because I might learn something I didn't know. Let me start putting some of these comments up here. Let me see here. Bouger said they going to fake a space attack and try out their sky hologram because nobody will attack us, US, as much crap as they doing around the world. I've heard that too. Everything is on the table for me, potential. I mean, I'm not even ruling out that it could be something they got or know about it. I don't know, because I can't prove nothing. I can sit over here all day. I just, much like y'all, using a little bit of common sense that I got, I have the ability to reasonably deduct what I've seen, my lived experience, come up with a collective idea and thought. What's up, Jason? What's going on, brother? How you doing? Yeah, welcome in here, bro. You better get in here and enjoy yourself. You too, CC. Let's see, everybody speaking. Dan said, when did the G-Man call you to identify the aliens? You on a first name basis with them, because you've been around for forever. Dan come with the hardest old jokes, man. Dan, wait till you get my age. I'm telling you, one of these days you're gonna want somebody to be a little more understanding of your position and your older, feeble body. Wu-Tang Prepper, what's up? Pieces of April up in here. Everybody speaking. Fallen Sky said the U.S. spending budget repayment will be 1.7 trillion. And let me finish this comment, then I'm gonna say something. 1.7 trillion dollars next year. There is no way to repay that. So war with the civilization you can't see is now you get the world to pay for your bullcrap. That's why I ask these questions, and with that being said, Fallen Skies, I ain't even gonna go over to a trillion. I want to think. Let's just focus on a billion. 1 billion, not multiple billions, not 4, 5, or 8, or 12, or whatever billion. $1 billion. After you got yourself a couple islands, maybe even a few cities, and man, it's just to throw a whole small state off in there. You could still spend the rest of your life trying to spend that and probably not be able to. Y'all remember old Richard Pryor movie called Brewster's Million? And I think he had to spend and it's back in the 70s, I think he had to spend like $10 million from his uncle in order to get the 300 million or 30 million, something like that. It's back in the 70s. So the value of money, of course, has fluctuated. But fam, I don't know, maybe because it ain't in my nature, because I'm a real simple dude. I told y'all, man, I'm work clothes, out and around, working clothes, cutoffs. I clean myself up for my wife every now and again, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm a really, really simple guy. So I couldn't even imagine ever spending that. That's me talking now, being broke. Vision, what's going on, bro? Great live the other night. By the way, like I said, man, if y'all didn't catch Vision preparing this live on night before last, I want us Tuesday night with the palm reading technology that's coming out, being placed in stores here and there. Y'all definitely need to slide over there and check that out because he did a great breakdown, citing sources, taking questions. It was a great live. The part I was able to catch. Y'all knew it was late for your old boy, for an old man over here. What Frugal Mama said, probably some AI, cloning, food drops, an attack on of some sort, Armageddon. Who knows? hey, sis, real talk. Real talk. Who knows? I don't know. And I gotta admit what I know and what I don't know. Cause for me, hell, all the cards on the table when again, it ain't gotta be my home country, my country of origin. I don't care if it's what people deem as third world or whether it's a leading, whatever. Anytime a government comes out and says, yeah, we got, yeah, and they not to say that this was an admission by them because what it actually was, and I have to be clear and concise because people will take your words and do whatever they want to. It was a hearing. It was a hearing to inquire upon what this alleged whistleblower has to say. It coincides with a lot of stuff that myself and many others have heard for years. But damn, just like you have open door meetings, a whole bunch of closed door meetings. Why couldn't it have been closed door? And I'm gonna keep asking. I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit. As I sit over here in Africa, just like let's take that out of the question. I'm sitting in Dallas, Texas right now. I done got off work at the plant or something more. Maybe I'm doing one of my other jobs. You know, I got my tie on and my slacks, and I done got off work and I'm driving down 635, headed to the house, and I'm sitting in the car listening to the news conference. I would have to think to myself, okay, well, this is interesting. Now, what the hell am I supposed to do with it? I'm not against having information because I would love to know something's coming and not know it's coming. But at the same time, if y'all done kicked it and you done had a whole kickback barbecue with ET, and he been here since the 30s, the hell am I supposed to do with that? I really do. I really do. I'm asking, what am I, me personally, not y'all, because I want to know how other people feel. While I'm sitting while I'm driving down 635, listening to this news conference, if that was the case, then I'm looking at my gas hand. I'm thinking about what my budget is for the rest of the week. I'm thinking about light bill, insurance, car note, rent or mortgage. Might have a toothache. Damn, what my deductible hit for? Like this stuff people really concerned with and thinking about or at least people like me. Cause you know there is some poor folk in the world. I just happen to be one of them. So other people that may not be their concern. But let me read what she said. She said, it could be anything. We have to keep our eyes open. People are getting tired and are going up on prepper, and they are passing bills and laws and such while we're looking in the other direction. I get it. I don't disagree, my sister. I do not disagree. It's weird out here. It is really, really weird out here. Vision, I wish I was young. I thank you for that, sir. I appreciate your kind word. Oh yeah, Pieces of April. Yeah, Wu-Tang Prepper. We still need your email. They took away women's health rights and affirmative action. Could be another elimination. Yeah. So where the Frugal Mama said they took away women's health rights and affirmative action could be another elimination. I don't know, but I think I hate to word it, but for lack of a better terminology, I don't know how else to phrase it other than saying, well, damn, listen, don't get me wrong. Y'all, if it's aliens, which it could be or may not be, I don't know. But it's some stuff right here on Earth that seem a whole lot that would get my attention before this. And y'all know I love talking about everything from technology to the science aspects and part of it to all of this different possibility, this possibility to that. But damn, man, that's just two examples of all the stuff that people are being confronted with right now. It's people losing their homes, people losing their land. The world never really 100% bounced back from 2020 in a lot of ways. Some people came out okay. Some people lost everything and never bounced back from it. Some basic health needs can't be met. I saw a dude, and I'm actually going to talk about this. It's a man out there. I started to add this, but it's so, I didn't want to make this conversation too broad because it's that's a whole nother conversation by itself. This ain't the only person this happened to, but it's a man out here who is extremely upset and irate at a work meeting. This man been working there for over 30 years. Just to go to work one day and find out that his entire pension is gone. Gone. He's not the only one. It's people out there living and dealing with stuff like this. So again, I ask, what am I supposed to do by ET? And I'm not trying to make light of it either. I'm not even trying to say, because I don't know. They could have had somebody, a couple of them. Matter of fact, we're gonna get to the clip in a minute. There is nothing we can do until it's upon us, unfortunately, unless a whistleblower comes forward. Bougie, I'm glad you said that. That's a perfect segue to get into this. I'm gonna have to stop a few times. Well, hold on. Cece said something. Hey, the winning walk with Christina. How you doing? Welcome in. 2020 made me realize what's really important in life. Yes, absolutely, Cece. As both me and my wife have discussed in previous videos and in lives, in 2020 alone, we lost six relatives. We lost 6 relatives, and yeah. So my life will never be the same, baby. It'll never be the same. But very quick, I see you, Bougie. I'm gonna get to y'all. I'm gonna get to everybody comments in a minute. Let's get this, and I'm gonna drop this link after we talk a little bit, family, and we gonna dive into it now. All right, let me see here. Let me see.
Government found quite a number of them, and they are indeed of non-human origin. Those are the explosive allegations from a former intelligence officer tonight in a whistleblower complaint that the Inspector General is taking very seriously. 36-year-old Air Force veteran David Grush is exposing what he calls a top-secret military program that has reportedly found wreckage of fully intact UFOs. The government now calls them UAPs, or unidentified anomalous phenomena. For years, there have been whispers and rumors that the government... This report is the first evidence it might be true.
That's what I'm not finna do. UAPs, it sounds sexy. I like that language, that terminology, but I'm calling them joint UFO. It worked then, it'll work now. I'm not finna go through all the extra renaming. Nope. But I just find this astonishing because, again, fam, this is a bold accusation, a bold thing to allege, and it's a bold thing to entertain. Now, I've never known any major entity, be it a government entity, a major corporation, or nobody else, to acknowledge anything this that could be met with this much skepticism publicly and openly in such a free, oh well, let's hear it out. Like, what I will say this. I will say this as we watch this content. Two things that stuck out in my mind. One, when it comes to stuff like this, either you're getting out ahead of something that you know is coming, that you ain't gonna have control over and know how to explain, or it's the biggest distraction in the world, which in turn argues another question. Well, what am I being distracted from? Those are points I really want to talk about on the other side, fam.
The Inspector General has called Grush's complaint urgent and credible. Tonight, we have a World Television exclusive interview with the whistleblower in which he claims we not only have the aircraft, but the government has been keeping much of its secret from Congress and from the public.
We have all seen these blurry videos of unidentified flying objects. Video evidence, if you will, that old tales of UFOs may not all be conspiracy theories. In recent years, Congress starting an official U.S. government Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, recently renamed the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO. And now in a News Nation exclusive, David...
So you got a whole task force for you. Okay, all right.
Grush, an Air Force veteran, former member of that task force, and veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, is formally blowing the whistle on secrets he says no one has ever shared publicly before.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the US defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
Grush sitting down with award-winning investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, who's reporting for News Nation and has spent years reporting on the UFO question.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
What's up, Tori?
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No. I thought it was totally nuts, and I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me they were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Hey, Miss Lena Doll. Hey, Tor. Vision, I see what you say. You too, Bougie. I'm gonna get back to this chat in a minute. Listen for what you don't hear. But what my man never said, he actually, even in the hearing, said he didn't see it himself. And I'm not going to completely omit what he's saying based off of that, but it sure do stand out, man. It sure do stand out. I don't know. I remember what happened to old boy, other folk who bust their chops and whistle blew or whatever. Now they living in other countries, or they just ain't here in this realm with us no more. So I'm really intrigued. I see some of the comments. I can't wait to see what some of y'all think. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit because I just want to get to about right here, I think.
With other intelligence officials who have.
If you're right, if you're telling us the truth.
This part right here, y'all, really listen.
Everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
Well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
All right, I'm gonna stop right there, fam. I'm gonna get back to some of these comments, and I'm gonna drop this link. But I just several things stood out to me. I don't know this gentleman, never met him a day in my life, probably never will. But with that being said, I can't help but notice a few things, and I have to say this. I can't reiterate this enough. Let's play. I try to stay away from being devil's advocate, but so yeah, CC, they got remains. That's something I was finna, allegedly. Look. This ain't not. I almost said training day. This ain't Independence Day. This ain't one of them joints right there. This is somebody seemingly credible. You just don't want to. You don't want to do right at all, boy. I'm trying to drop this link, y'all. I'm gonna come back up in a minute. Pace, get over. Hold on, let me do it all over again. Okay, let me go over here. Boy, this is one of the hardest things I done ever did in my life. There we go, finally. Jeez Louise. To sit publicly or nationally and declare, because people been doing that since before I've been alive. But man, we talking about you actually admitting and saying we not alone. Not only are we not alone, we done had these cats for a couple decades, tucked away wherever we done had them at. I see you, bro. I see you. We've been reverse engineering tech and doing all of this stuff. And we done found the ships, and the ships had little buddy off in there, and he all crumpled up, but we still got him. And I don't know, fam. Let me bring my man up with me, sharing this conversation. You get down here, and he can help me go through some of these comments. Welcome in, Vision Preparedness. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Man, doing great and hoping to get better. You had a great live yet again the other night, bro. Great live.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We could actually spent another hour. Now to went into some more of this Amazon sidewalk mess, but I didn't. So I'm gonna hold on to that conversation.
Hey, great breakdown though, bro. Easy another hour or three. If y'all haven't seen that, man, y'all go back and check out Vision Preparedness Tuesday live. And I'm pretty sure he coming on again tonight.
Yes.
Okay. First I want to hear your thoughts, and then I'm gonna start with the winning walk with Christina and work our way down as far as some of these comments go. If you see anything, hey, welcome in, Homestead in the Hood. Anything that you want to speak on or that grab you, please feel free to do so.
I'm gonna speak on all of it. So this is my opinion only. And, I am not privileged to have nothing inside or nothing, none of that.
Right.
But First off, because of the God I serve, I would be stupid to think that this planet is the only planet that some type of living beings were created within this vast universe that we know literally nothing about. So that's my disclaimer. Do I believe do I believe in other entities? I do. Do I believe that all these sightings are all alien species? Absolutely not. And here's why. I do believe that back in the 30s, the 40s, this government did recover crafts with alien beings in them. That's fine. I get it. They got the remains. This cat that you just showed, as Bougie said, he never said he saw it, but he heard. So that's all hearsay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all hearsay.
Yeah.
That's all hearsay, and I get it. But here's the thing, though. The thing is, this government, our country, has been reverse engineering all of these crafts they find.
Mm-hmm.
They have the technology for these types of crafts now. And I believe that the majority of these sightings that we're seeing in our country are these crafts that this country has created. I also believe.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead,
bro.
I also believe that there is going to be a great deception of these aircrafts seen throughout our country to create some type of
deception,
world event or a major deception. And it's not going to be alien beings. It's going to be people from this country piloting these crafts that this government has made by reverse engineering what they found to bring in some type of one world order. That's just my belief.
Okay.
Am I going to lose sleep over this? Absolutely not. But just know.
Yeah, I can't afford to. But it's interesting to think about and converse about.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And Bougie Prepper, I know you got some thoughts on it. I've been seeing you in the chat. Before I get to Bougie, thank you for being here, sister. I got to say this too. I want to respond to TX Lala because I don't disagree, but I can never stop there. I don't care what it is, what we talking about. Because a lot of things in life and where everything from some of the foolishness that's dealing with somebody housewives of wherever they at to some of the ridiculous stuff in sports to all kinds. You take your pick. But the question remains, what am I being distracted from?
Correct.
Because depending on the size of the distraction, to me, it may not be a direct correlation, but I'm not. You wouldn't use a hand grenade to distract from a nuke because those just two different. So for me, for this to be said publicly is big. For this whole, even though they putting it on, I get it. It's on the news. We can't trust the news because the news lie. Done. Got it. Understood.
Right.
But you also saying this. Remove yourself from just your individual gaze of this. This is being said in front of other world leaders, in front of other governments, in front of a whole lot of the world, basically. Why do this now? And what is it that you are distracting me from? With that being said, I just want to respond to Lala, but Bougie, go ahead, fam.
I think it's like because this whole country was built on lies. These people are pathological liars. You will never, I feel, you will never get the truth out of them. If they're telling us something, most likely, like that news thing, it's probably something that they set up. Unfortunately, you can't half believe anything that they say. You could take notes, you listen and you take notes because they are telling you something, but they're not telling you everything.
Correct.
So we will not always have the full disclosure of what's going on, and all we could do is just try to prepare for what they are talking about and decide what we're going to do to brace ourselves for whatever shenanigans they're getting ready to bring our way. But I think it's going to be a very big deception with religion. I think they might try this is Jesus thing or whatever type of thing with religion. With that hologram stuff. That's what I feel that's gonna happen, and it's gonna be a test for all of us once again, like it was with the kill shots. Who's gonna do what? And are we going to divide and are we going to be in division again where who got the kill shot and who didn't? Or are we going to come together and understand that we are not each other's enemies? We need to be here to help each other for whatever foolishness they're about to bring upon us again.
That's true. You're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%.
Because whatever they decide to do, we need to stick together.
That's right.
Regardless of whatever they're doing, we need for us to survive whatever they're getting ready to do. We need to stick together.
Yes.
And very true. The hard thing is finding the us, because the more I live every day, I'm convinced that we are. It's kind of weird because the whole concept and idea of prepping, being prepared, even survival and all of that, it's grown in popularity, but communities are growing smaller and smaller and closer because
that's right.
For instance, there's something I saw either yesterday or early this morning when I got up that and it goes back to what Vision was talking about as far as the whole palm scan thing. It's folks lined up for you know what? That's a whole nother video.
Right.
But to what Bougie was just saying, y'all gotta understand everything that you feel is hundreds of millions of people who feel the exact opposite way.
Right.
Tens of millions, hundreds of thousands. So just on what my sister said, hey, what's up, Good East Homestead? If you do want a community, Precious Pieces, what's up, family? You better start finding your community now, baby, because they few and far between, and a whole bunch of what bother you or might even make you lose sleep at night. It's folk out there who can't wait to get it in their hand, arm, legs, eyes, participate in it wholeheartedly. And when it comes to the house, go ahead.
What they need to know though, that whatever's good for you is good for you. It's not for everybody else. Do you?
Right.
We're not stopping you from getting that crap. Do you? And leave whoever else don't want to do it. Leave them alone. Why you can't do that? I'm leaving you alone. I'm allowing you to do what you're doing.
Right.
That's not their thought process. They don't care what we think or want. We are considered cattle to them, or to the point where they don't want us to think. They just want us to do whatever they said. And you know as well as I do, that is not going to work.
Now, I'm not talking about the people who doing the shenanigans. I'm talking about the people who want to participate in the shenanigans.
Yeah, let them do what they want to do. Yeah,
if that's what you want to do, do you. But leave us alone who don't want to participate in the shenanigans.
Right. Exactly.
That's what this country is supposed to be about. Your individual freedom, right?
So they say. You're absolutely correct.
So but now again, all of a sudden now we don't have none now?
Right. Or they trying to take away what we do have.
Well, they could try. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they're gonna be able to do is try. You're absolutely right. I can't see any of the comments in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Good Eats Homestead. Good to see you. Welcome in. If I didn't see you, Happy Mac is in the building.
What's up, Happy Mac? How y'all doing? Welcome in. I got a question I want to propose to y'all real quick, and I just want to let me see here. Now, I got a question.
X-Files? Absolutely.
I got a
That was the
question I want to
first.
ask y'all.
That was the first.
Yeah. Now, family, think about this. If if let's say something do start happening, because I think some weird stuff, weirder, because it's already been weird. I think
Right.
some weirder stuff gonna start happening. And like Boujay was saying, as far as these in the midst of folks like folk out here worried about their rent, car note, light bill,
Yep.
get making it to next pay period or payday or whatever, and are increasingly unconcerned. But I want to take something that both of my panelists have said. Vision made the point about technology already existing and it's being maneuvered and handled by people who look just like you and me.
Yep.
And then Boujay made the point about the holograms and stuff and all of this stuff, right?
Yep.
Now, what do you do? What do you do when you get off work one day and you got a ship sitting in the air that cover could be holographic? I don't know how that technology works, but I have seen that ball they got out there in Las Vegas. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But now, not only is it a big old ship that cover all of downtown Dallas, it's casting a shadow on everything. You can hear it. Do you know
Yep.
how, if something like that happened, how many, whether it's holographic, whether it's fake or not, do you know how many people that's finna drive crazy and make them lose their ish before
That's right.
they
Yeah,
realize?
it sure is.
That's right.
And I want to make one more reference before I go back to y'all. Do y'all remember George Orwell, before he became so renowned as a novelist? If I'm not mistaken, it was him who did War of the Worlds on the radio show. If I'm not mistaken.
That was Orson Welles.
Orson Welles. Thank you, brother. I
Yeah.
said George Orwell. I meant Orson Welles.
Yes.
If y'all not familiar with that story, go look that up. And I want to know what both of y'all think about that and how history repeats itself and how this could all be so familiar.
I'll let the lady go first.
Well, for me, I know how to. I'm not into the what do you call these people? The movie stars and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I don't be
Yeah.
bigging them up. So they mean absolutely nothing to me. I know now to look at movies not as entertainment and to see what they're talking about. I know how to separate and their little whatever going on from reality. So I
Yeah.
feel that if I see something, I'm not gonna right away think is real. I mean, you're gonna have to do some things to prove to me what is actually happening in front of my eyes. I'd rather sit and look and see what's gonna take place. Because you got to know that these people can put on a whole Hollywood production. Look what they could do in the movies. So, and if you and then too, when you are so what they call desensitized
Mm-hmm.
from watching the movies and things like that, you got to be careful with that too.
For sure. Eco, what's up, bro? Welcome in, Eco neighbor. Anybody else? I'm catching up over here, y'all. Vision, I know you gonna jump in, but I want to say this. What Tori just said. What if, on the other hand, now just to cover all bases, just to have this make this conversation full circle. Now, what if it is some crazy or wild mess out there that we couldn't even imagine or wrap our minds around, and all of this stuff over the past couple years is the soft introduction before it go beyond certain people's control, and it ain't no hiding it no more.
That's right.
So I'm not ruling that out either, because hell, I would give in the world I didn't make it. I don't know what's out there. But then
Right.
on that part of what Vision said, who's to say we it? Who's to say that we the only ones on this little marble or depending on some, this little plate salsa or plate flat earth? It's all kinds of theories and stuff out there. But with as little as we know about ourselves and the bottom of the ocean, and the planet is so doggone big, y'all. I'm for us to be bombarded and told that the earth is overpopulated and overcrowded after
Yeah.
living here in Africa and seeing some of its vastness, growing up in the great state of Texas, a state that you can go from, I think, Wascom, Texas, all the way to Eagle Pass or El Paso, Texas. That's a 16-hour drive, man.
Right.
In one state.
Right.
This planet is so immensely huge. I'm convinced after living over here that there are areas, if you just cut out about a 10 or 15 mile square mile radius, probably where ain't no more than 3 or 4 people that set foot in the past century, because it's that big. Because they ain't got no business out there. They ain't nothing for them.
Right.
Family, I digress. Vision, what you got, brother? What you got?
And you know, I have to go back to first of all, what's going on, Eco? I see your brother. Hope you're doing well. You and Gigi and all that good stuff, family. You know, I remember War of the Worlds, the movie. I watched it, Orson Welles and all of that. And I truly believe that was the first introduction to people on this planet being led down the path that we may not be alone. You know, and like I said, I don't lose no sleep over it, because I can only control what I can control. But that was the first, I'll say, programming. And at that exact same time, they were already, I truly believe they had already started working on reverse engineering the thing that crashed at Roswell. I believe that happened. I do. That's just my opinion, because I'm not stupid enough to believe that this planet is the only living entities in the universe, period. I'm not going to do that. But I truly believe it is going to be a great deception. So to go back to what you said, what if you see that ship over Dallas, whether it's real or holographic, guess what? I'm going to do the same thing I would do if it was real or not, and take care of me and my family.
Right.
That's it.
Right. That's it, bro.
Hey, and especially after seeing the movie Enemy of the State with Will Smith and Gene Hackman, I know what this government is capable of. So, you know, you won't catch me standing in the street looking up in the sky. That's not going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
hey, I see you backstage, Homestead. Just wave at me real quick so I know it's you. I can bring you on up. I don't disagree, man, because at the end of the day, just a circumstance like that alone is enough to cause a mass melee and mass panic, car wreck, shut down interstates and all of that stuff. I remember a few months back, that big did y'all see outside of Las Vegas, Nevada, they had the that picture of the ship that was outside, and it was massive. It was massive, but it's right there in Las Vegas. Now, mind you, this is only about 5 or 6 months before that ball, I forget the name of the sphere that's there now.
Right.
That created all the, like, it's amazing. Y'all should go look it up. And then when you look at it from the highway or from the road, it's got all of these massive Vision. You know what I'm talking about. Booch, I don't know if you saw it or not.
Yeah. It's detailed.
It's detailed, man. And when you inside, it's got everything from, it changes the scents, it changes some of the seats have not acoustic, well, the whole building is acoustic, but it's got the haptics in some of the seating, almost all the seating, all kinds of neurological stimulants.
Exactly.
Like whales floating around in the sky, birds flying right into you. It's absolutely insane. So with that being said, I don't know, family. But what's up, J3GS Farm? How you doing, brother?
J3 in the building.
I hate you can't see it. I'm gonna put the comments up here so you can see them, bro. I think
Yeah.
Boucher can see them. Eco said, "I don't believe we are alone or the only ones, and we are still discovering ourselves, let alone the earth and the world."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm with you on that, Eco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boucher, what you think about that? Oh, go ahead, bro.
Nah,
Finish
you
up.
good. Go ahead, Boucher.
Say that again. I was distracted. What do I think about what?
I was just saying.
Oh,
What do you
with
think?
the comment.
Well, the one before that one, Eco said.
Yeah. Eco's comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't. Hey. I don't do the alien stuff. I don't believe in it until I can see it for myself. I've been lied to my whole life,
Me
and
too.
so I can't just take what is being said that easily anymore. So until I see it for myself, I don't believe in none of that. None of it at all.
Right. Well, and I completely understand where you're
Yep.
coming from, but
Exactly.
it's two sides to it. Because one half of that is, I feel the same way. I feel like I've been lied to about almost everything in my life. It took adulthood and a lot of accepting and growing up for me to come to grips with certain things. But when it comes to this particular conversation, the other half of that would be the fact that you've been told that entities like this are in fact just make believe and don't exist. So
Right.
which lie you've been lied to from both directions. So you put in a place, I'm put in a place, everybody put in a place where you got to decide which lie was is the truth. If that make any sense, was I lied?
Yeah, I
to
know what you're saying, but I'm not picking anything until I could verify it for myself.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's the choice I have to make. Until I
Right.
can verify it for myself, I'm not picking nothing.
Right.
I understand, family. Rooted in essentials. What's going on? Welcome in.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
I'm gonna put this link back in here again. If anybody else who want to come up, let me get this link real quick, and we gonna go to the next little piece of this content here. Let me drop this link first. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Bouger.
Could it be something that they have? Sorry, you've mad silly. Could it be something that they're trying to use, like Vision said, to push their one world agenda, as they claiming that these aliens are here and they're coming, and then they're going to use that to push their agenda.
Absolutely. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But here's the caveat, because I don't disbelieve that. Dan H giving me a hard time today, y'all.
Yes, he is.
Dan H, I can't help my age, brother. I can't help my age.
He feels old. He feels old, but he the youngest one probably out here.
Oh, come on. Thank you, brother. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all too kind. Y'all too kind. But here's where it get tricky, because Bouger, you absolutely right. But here's where it get tricky, because when it comes to manipulation and people who would manipulate others, either on a large scale or even just your regular day narcissist, right? One thing they always do is mix a little bit of truth and relevance with all the methods that they use to control your ass.
Correct.
So now you caught in a cycle where you have to constantly disseminate between what's true and real and relevant, because the worst thing any of us can do is get so locked out of it that everything we see is a lie. Everything we see ain't the truth. Everything we see is manipulation. And then when you at your most convinced that what you being told is the farthest thing from the truth, that's when E.T. sitting in your backyard asking you where the hot dogs
are. That's where you have to stay neutral.
Right.
You can't get so into it to if something does reveal itself, you got to be ready to change your beliefs.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's true. Exactly.
Very true.
You can't don't get emotionally caught up in nothing and nobody.
Right.
Facts.
So where
Facts.
when you need to change, you cannot change because you just wrap your whole soul around this idea or concept or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. That's right.
I see Lala, I'm gonna come back to your comment. I'm gonna get this first real quick, and then let's see here. So we're gonna rock on a little bit more, y'all.
That's my show.
It was heavy.
You know, I never watched it.
Oh man, it was good.
That was the show.
Yeah, well. All right, y'all. Here we go. And we're gonna come back to Lala.
Government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Now, biologics, I mean, that's a fancy way of saying somebody or something
Right.
with some form of organic.
Pay attention to the body language.
Right. His body language. That's right.
Pay attention to this. This is a circus show these people be putting on.
Non-human,
Right.
and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation
Look
I would
at
have
the
to
hand
talk to
movement.
Skip about.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've stated that the government is in possession.
I can't. Hold on.
UFOs exist.
Uh-oh. I see you back there, fam, but I mean, I see what you're holding up, but I can't see you. Let me see you real quick. And then you can turn your camera back
Is that
on.
what you said from the hood?
Yeah, okay, there you go. You good, fam. You good. That's all I
Now
need.
turn your
That's all
camera back off. Now you can
Yeah.
turn the camera back off.
There you go. There you go. All right. I'm gonna let you get your cam off, and then I'll go ahead and bring you. There you go. Welcome up, family. And let me get to
Exactly, goodies. What's that giggling about? Shouldn't that be something serious? What you giggling about?
right. Lala said there may be other intelligent life, but there's no proof they've been here. They could be less developed and earthbound like us, or just really far away. But so far, no radio signals from off world. That's a good point. I've heard that debated and argued. But yeah, that's a good point, Lala. Homestead in the Hood, how you doing, family?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm doing great and hoping to get better. What you think about what we talking about up here now?
I'm sitting here cracking up because I had called Bougie for something else, and she said they talking about the ships from outer space. Something she says, and I said, "Oh," so I said to her, "Oh, they must be about to attack." Now, if you know the Nation of Islam, you know that we have a connection to the mothership and the baby planes. It's nothing out there like Hollywood puts out there. If you read your Bible in the book of Ezekiel and you ask an elder, do they know, have they ever sung a song about Ezekiel saw the wheel up in the sky? When you read the scriptures, it tells you that there's a plane and baby plane. We have gotten away from reading anybody's book of scripture, which was also by design by them, who are keeping us in the dark. Those ships, the mothership and some of the baby planes was actually built in Japan in the 1930s. Children in America that went missing are the ones who were on those ships.
That's interesting. I've actually heard about this before. I've heard
Yep. Same
heard
here.
I've heard it in lectures and speeches. Speaking of books and whenever I talk about or I go, on a theological level of the conversation, which I never delve into too much because I respect everybody's positions. Enoch. There's several books, several crucial books in my opinion that were left out of more modern theology that speak on what we would consider extraterrestrial beings or what have you. So
Right.
I'm loving your contribution to the conversation because I want to hear what everybody thinking, what everybody got to say. And just very quickly, welcome in Fiona. Salama dada, habari yako? Karibu. Dan A still giving me grief for being old. Good East Homestead. Good Eat still in here. Welcome in Miss Tracy Anderson, Taurus Brain. By the way, y'all share this live out, and if you don't mind, y'all can drop y'all hashtags so people can connect with one another while we up in here. Share it out and come back and share yourself out. But go ahead, Homestead. Finish up what you were saying, sister.
Yeah, and like it was said, all the other countries and the people know about it. America is the one left in the dark. America is the first one going to be attacked because of what they did to us in enslaving us. So if you read that book again, the Bible, you will see where we are. I think it's Genesis 13 and 15 or 15 and 30. Our history is there. Talking about he's having a conversation with he wasn't called Abraham then, but he said your people will be taken into a far off land that's not their own. And it speaks about the eagle. It's written in scripture, but we did not understand it. We was reading it as if it was something long time ago. Some of it is now history. A lot of it is prophecy. And we're in those days because the ships are to wipe out the wicked.
Yeah. Well,
that's not our fight with them. Right. We're to be good.
I typically don't go too far in theology, so I'll say this and I'll leave it here. But there is something interesting because it's people gonna have biblical perspectives regardless of their religion. They'll have biblical or theological approaches to this subject matter. One thing that I find interesting that I have noticed that's been consistent even with all the changes, because you have a new version that came out in the past, actually a new international version that was released in 2020, I believe. And again, we're not going to make this a theological conversation, but one thing that remained consistent, because again, I grew up Pentecostal. I spent a lot of time with that book and a lot of time in houses of worship. I think it's Genesis 26, whatever. Yeah, Genesis 20. Anyway, said that man is made in our image. Our. Now, when we talk about it on a daily basis, we tend to say my or his. But in all actuality, the actual scripture itself says made in our image. You got to ask, who the hell is our? Who is we? Just like I said to Bougie a while ago. Who is our?
Right.
We?
Exactly.
Who is we? So with that being said, we ain't gonna go too far. We ain't gonna go down a theological road tonight too heavy. But hey, fam, I see you backstage. Wave at me real quick. Just let me see your eyeball. Yo, just wave at me. Give me a thumbs up. Matter of fact, do the Dougie or something. Real quick.
That's got to be Tory.
I'm gonna leave. I'm going to leave and give space. However, I
Okay.
do want to share
Yes,
that
please.
they will be dropping gas, right? Have
I
a
don't know.
carbon filter. Don't worry about any other filters. I'm telling you, carbon filters. I teach how to make carbon filters in a disaster preparedness class for our children. Use
Okay.
activated charcoal and cotton squares and stuff like that. What else? If you're righteous, we all are striving to be righteous. Don't have your forehead covered. That's how they communicate. I always tell people, why y'all showing up to my class all in black? If you want to be saved, you need to be seen. When you hidden, you gonna stay hid. Nobody's gonna find you. That's part of search and rescue. But some of us communicate by vibration. Some of us communicate like this bougie says, look at the body language, look at the body language. Yeah, the body language, the vibrations you give off. But in the third eye, scientists say that that's a dead eye. We're not going to study it. We're not going to deal with that. But it's with the pineal gland. There's so much how to communicate with people. But just like the traffic light, if you don't know how to make movement, the red light means stop. You see the ships more closer than they are now. Red means it's not safe to pass. Don't pass. Don't try to go. Don't go, period. Don't go. Red is stop. Green is safe passage. You got that. You can believe me and take it, or you can let it alone. But I do recommend the book that I showed, as well as any literature that we have on it, because we've been speaking about it for so long. And they're connected to Minister Farrakhan. That's all I want to share. Love you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Hey, Salaikum Assalam, daughter. Thank you for thank you for your contribution. Thank you for giving your perspective and how you see this thing, because it's we willing to hear from everybody. So I thank you, sister. I thank you for coming up and sharing with us what you wanted to say, and we appreciate you. And y'all reach out to a homestead in the hood. Let's see. Let me get to got some love in the chat. Thank you, Miss Tracy Anderson out there in Las Vegas, one of the spots we was talking about, because that's where I wish Miss Tracy would come up and tell us what that thing looked like in person, because I ain't never seen it with my own eyes. I've only seen it on video, but man, it is a sight to behold. It's very interesting to see.
And what did you say it was again?
It's a sphere. It's this sphere with all the holographics that's just, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life, ever.
And what they say is beaming it. What's beaming it?
It's supposedly it's like, thank you, Miss Tracy Anderson. Shout out Miss Tracy Anderson. We appreciate the support. Thank you for everybody being here in the chat, sharing their thoughts and opinions, because that's equally as important. We appreciate all the contributions, everything from whoever we getting it from, and I mean from whatever form you choose to give it in. And back to Bougie question. So they say it's like, I forget, it's like, man, it's like 200,000 or 2 million hockey puck size LCDs screens, little round screens. And when they program them, they come together to make all of these solid looking visuals and that's on the outside. The inside is even crazier. Vision, you a little bit more you a little bit better with like tech and stuff.
Mhm.
How would you describe
Yeah,
the way
it's
these
holographic. It's
holograms look?
holographic using LEDs and things like that, projecting a 3D image. Yep, it's crazy.
How much power that takes to do
Mhm.
that and to have it sitting there
Right.
for I mean, the stuff they be telling us, you know, we overpopulated, we did that, but they be doing like what, and then the climate change, but yet you got this holographic thing sitting up there, and who knows how much energy you are using to have that thing sitting up there hoovering 24/7.
Right.
Bougie, now is Bougie just choppy to me, or can y'all hear her real good? Because it might be my internet again.
Was that choppy? Vision, that sound choppy to you?
Can y'all hear me? Or,
Yeah, I hear both of y'all. You're good.
okay, I can.
Y'all are good.
Okay, I think it's me. I think it's me. I'm gonna go check my internet, but I'm gonna say this first if y'all can hear me at all. I gotta go back. I think it was Miss D's Hollywood Garden said something. I gotta catch up with the chat. Did y'all where about a month ago the whole
the backyard thing,
that sighting
people
in Las
seeing
Vegas, like one officer, y'all saw that, and it's just really interesting that then here we got not even a month later, you got a whole doggone hearing on hell. I don't know. I'm gonna go check my internet. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it.
It's like Vision said. It's a whole programming thing.
Right.
You know, they have to bring it closer to reality. Oh, it was in somebody's backyard. Look.
Right. And then they
Look, it's over here.
Yeah, they supposedly showed some doorbell cam of this creature, and then that was debunked real quick, you know, and they showed that light, which we all know, like you said earlier, they can project holographic images and all of that mess into the sky. That's just, yeah.
And if they could sit that there and do that there, who's not to say wherever you seeing this, it's the same thing. And if it's from a distance.
Right. Right. They should be able to see it anywhere. And they do. You know, we don't never get the full story. And when they capture something on video, it's not the whole thing. It's only a piece, a part, or just enough. But yeah, there's I don't believe it.
I just say look at it and take notes and keep it
right.
moving.
You take notes, you know, because everything that they have been saying since the 30s is leading up to something. I don't know what, but it's going to lead up to some grandiose, great deception. I think to cause
something's coming.
Something's coming, not only to this country, but to the world. And I truly believe that all this they're going to try to usher in one world government, period.
And claiming it's the aliens that's bringing it.
Right. And the world has to unite together to combat this thing and come under one world government. I'm like, really? Nah, bro, you don't rule nothing out here in the country.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all, Dan H, probably, I can't remember, maybe 20 minutes ago, put something in the chat.
Yeah.
Now I know y'all younger, especially for you youngsters out there, y'all don't remember this. Reagan actually made a speech.
Yes.
I think it was 81.
I'm looking for his comment.
Okay, yeah, and the speech was about imagine if we were faced with an outside entity or an outside element, and we had to unite globally as a world, not as countries, but as a world.
Yes.
Y'all, we might actually be living in said moment right now, because all of this is a little too I know where we at, and I know how, and I
And
completely agree with
unite to
Bougie
do
and
what though?
Vision, and I got my own thoughts too.
Yep. And that's
Go
true.
ahead, sis. You
Yeah, like you said, unite to do what?
To battle this foreign entity that's this fake invasion.
Right. And that's another thing. Yeah, like who they coming to get and what that got to do with me?
Right.
I'm not fighting no battle for nobody that ain't do nothing to me.
Correct.
So we gotta be mindful of that too. Like, they
That's
got
right.
they got this habit of sending bodies out to do they deeds. They've been doing that since they came over here.
Right. True story. Yep.
give me just a second. If we shut.
Yeah, you fine, bruh. Welcome in everybody that just came in we have not spoken to. I want everybody to do me a favor. If you have not, please smash the like button, because this is a conversation again that everybody thinks about but nobody talks about. And please share this live out. Share it out on your social media.
And we have to realize no matter what we decide to believe, rather it's religious or non-religion or whatever, we have to come together and be there for one another.
Right.
Regardless.
That's right.
This might be a tactic to divide the country also.
Right. Exactly. And Dan H just said, they want a worldwide conflict to ensure population control and decline.
And if I'm saying it right, Vision.
Yeah.
Hasn't that also been a tactic that they use to try to get rid of the non-believers, is actually to use the public to do it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They incite the public so that the and I'm doing air quotes, so that the public becomes the bad guy to to expose those, or those that oppose it.
Right. So we gotta be mindful of that. We have to remember what this country supposedly has supposed to stand for is your individuality.
Right.
And being able to live that individuality.
Correct.
And not impose your beliefs on other people.
That's
we
true.
have to keep that in the forefront.
Right.
Anytime they come with any kind of shenanigans, unfortunately, it's not going to be perfect. We are going to have those that decide that they want to impose their beliefs on you, but willfully it'll be the majority of us that understands that your belief in when it comes in an emergency is irrelevant.
Right.
at the moment, you got to learn to put your beliefs to the side so that we can get control of whatever is going on.
That's true.
Yeah. Hey, I want to thank both of y'all for holding the fort down. I had to reset internet on the fritz, power a little janky, running off a backup. So, tis life.
Right.
We stay ready. And
that's it.
I thought I was having some battery issues, but I had to kind of make some readjustment and get all my charges right. And it looked like we holding on. But I was trying to listen as much as I could while y'all was conversing, and
I would like to ask this question. I just see they said it
I'll
just
be
came
right
up
back.
to me reading the comment.
Okay.
Homestead and Hood have. President Reagan got the funding started on their Star Wars mission. Okay, now we have seen many videos debunking the moon visit, right?
Come on, Bouger. Let's
Okay,
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
if we can't go out, how they getting in?
Bouger. Now you took it there. I was gonna tip on over that way, but you went on and just turned the fire up on high, baby. Let's have a conversation. Most of us have seen exactly what Bouger Prepper talking about as far as y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all something. Put a 1 in the chat if you think folk them being. Put a 2 in the chat. No. Put a 1 in the chat if you think they've been. Put a 2 in the chat if you think ain't nobody never left this earth that look like physical, that look like us. Cause baby, what she just said is 100% something that stands out to me. The math ain't mathing. It don't add up. And I'm gonna go a little bit further with it. I'm gonna tell you what got me. Hey, Tamika Wells, how you doing, family? I didn't know you was in there. What's up, Warren and Scottum?
That part
S, how
too,
y'all doing,
Tanya.
family? Y'all better get in here and enjoy y'all.
Tanya, that part. If they
Uh,
went, why they can't go back? Why ain't nobody else been
first,
there?
say, hey, fam, would it not be a whole strip mall on the front side of the moon? Would it not be a whole strip mall that you could see Earth able? Would you not be able to
And you think
take
they
your
wouldn't be up
monthly
there now with skyscrapers and all kind of stuff that they could get over there and build and whatever else? People with all these billions of dollars. You think they wouldn't have paid to take a trip up there?
I hate you breaking up so bad. I'm internet. You see how my internet doing. I guess we having too good a conversation. But you know, like you know what got me is in and out.
Yeah, you going in and out. You're breaking up on us.
What got me, if you Vision, you back with us? Oh man, the internet running horrible. And not let me
Yeah, one moon landing uncertain. NASA
y'all
means to deceive Hebrew. That's the first time I heard that one. Hey, James Money,
Bougie, can you hear me now?
615. Yes, I can hear you. We was able to hear you, but you was just breaking up. You're
Okay.
sounding boop, bop, beep, bop.
I know that's the same way you were sounding to me a while ago. Now, you know what got me was the phone call. The phone call
Okay.
on the landline.
Ooh.
That was
Yeah.
that was heavy. That's hard to take because here it is in 2020 something. What's up? Okay, James Money, Warning Scottum. Who else off in here? Tanya S. Couple of y'all off in here. Now, how you sit in where you was at on a landline and talk to folk from the moon, and I can't drive through certain parts of country, East Texas, and keep a good signal. This just me. I'm just asking.
And your call
I'm
get
just
dropped.
asking. Because since we talking about
What about
everything we
the
talking about,
so-called satellites up in the sky that they showing now that be falling out that got balloons attached to them?
yeah.
I mean, it's a lot to take in, but I stay neutral. I just look at it. I look at everything. I listen to everything. That way, like how you saying, I'm not stuck on no one belief. If something comes about, I'll have all kinds of information that I can use for whatever's in front of me at the moment. So I'm not holding on to anything. I'm listening, but I'm not holding on to anything where if I need to change my beliefs, I can.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, David Corey? I
Hey,
didn't
David.
even know you was in here, bro. My internet running horrible tonight. We having the wrong conversation, family. We having the wrong convo because I'm getting did dirty over here. Bougie, can you hear me at all?
Yes. Yes. You sound fine.
Okay.
It sounds like it's a delay, but you sound fine.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. This some good conversation though, y'all. What's up, David Corey, my brother? I ain't even see you was in here, man. I've been trying to fix this doggone internet and deal with the issues I got going on over here. And Warning said it's 100% flat with a dome over it. I've heard reference to the firmament many a times, many a
Yeah,
times.
I've
And
heard of that too.
I want to know what y'all think.
I listen to
Uh,
the flat earthers, the round earthers. I listen to their debate. I mean, all of
Everybody,
it, everything
yeah,
sounds good, and it kind of sort of makes sense. But we don't know
yeah.
until why aren't we
I
allowed to go to the edge? If there's an edge, why that thing going on, and what is it? Where's the area they won't let nobody go to but them?
51, 51.
No, where the ice is at.
Oh, Antarctica, Antarctica.
Yeah, Antarctica. Why is nobody allowed over there? What's over there? Why we can't see it?
I don't. The fact that we all born on this planet equally. Why am I? If we're gonna have a conversation, let's have it, man. Why am I unrestricted to certain place? I could understand. I mean, I can't walk up inside your crib. Okay, fair enough. But if it's a open area or space or something, like,
Mhm.
bro, so even if it ain't nobody there, you telling me it's somewhere I just can't go. I just can't go because you said, mind you, I have no interest in ever endeavoring. But you gotta tell me why I can't go real quick.
Exactly.
For real. Homestead in the Hood said they're not going back to the moon because there's no water or oxygen on the moon, and 7 feet people on Mars are not having them there. Well, as far as Mars concerned, I don't really want to meet them brothers because I done seen some 7-foot people and I just go for the knees. That's all I can do, go for the knee. And as far as the I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know what's out there. And I'm gonna be honest. For me, my wife got me addicted to a hobby that I was really. I hadn't been into it in recent years because we've been so engaged in other endeavors. I can say what's called the Southern Sky here in Africa is a lot different from the sky back in North America, from the little bit of astrology that I know. But I'm gonna say this. I don't know what's up there or out there, but my baby got me my first. Well, actually, my mom got me my very first telescope when I was a little boy. And because my wife is the woman that she is, I kept walking up that tree, but I'm real slow to buy stuff for myself. She brought me a telescope, and me and my dog spent I spent so many nights on the roof with my dog, man, just looking at the stars and on clear nights, and it was amazing. But all I can do is look up because I don't personally know what's up there. I don't know what's out there. I don't know what's up there. I don't know who up
Mm-hmm.
there or who out there. So I just, like Bougie said, I keep an open mind to it all so I don't miss out on something that I could learn from. But as far as anybody telling me definitively what is and what ain't, man,
Right.
hell, when was the last time you went?
And look all of the stuff that's happening with NASA. They showing
Yeah.
all they stuff with a hologram and disappearing in the middle of the video and
Right.
all of that
Right.
stuff.
Hey, warnings, you might
Like
be
how
right,
you
man.
in space? How you in space and you got astronauts drowning? How what?
Hey, bro, sit, fam. Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
You in space and you drown? How does that work?
Hey, you see what David Corey put up? You see what David Corey put up? Yeah, you know what? I've wondered the same thing, Dave. I really, no matter where you are, I done seen rainbows on like 3 different continents and a handful of countries. Why are they all curved? I remember asking that when I was little. I remember when I was a little boy, I used to ask why they, because you know the whole thing with finding the end of the rainbow, and when you get close enough to it, you can't see it no more. So you never really find the end of it. But I always wondered, why is it curved? And it took me getting into adult life and like really just thinking about this. That's like, bruh. Or day and age at African, you're feeding squirrels running the internet instead of trying to eat them. You just might have better. Hey, Dan, bruh. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, masshole. I use it, bruh. I love you. This is elderly abuse, is what this is. Yeah. No space, maybe beyond
Like I
the
said,
horizon.
whatever we choose to believe, we have to get together. Whatever shenanigans comes our way to help each other, we have to put our beliefs aside in order to get past what's going on. And I'm fortunate,
Yeah.
willfully, because we know, nothing. My whole thing, as being a prepper, I don't want anything to happen. I ain't one of them people that's
Exactly.
sitting and waiting for something to happen. I'd rather be prepared and don't have the stuff and just rotating it than for something to happen. Because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know if I'm going to be ready with the stuff I got. At least I have it.
Family.
That's the
That
whole
is.
point, is having it. But I don't want nothing to happen
What's up,
because
Eastman? What's up?
I don't know how I'm going to respond either to whatever. I'm hoping I be okay myself.
This is why I told this sister a long time ago, I respect you for how you hold it down and how you saying stuff like what she just said. Now mind y'all see me in light. Y'all see my computer running, y'all see everything that I've been having issues with my backup system. This is backup power. Baby, it's Africa black over here. It is pitch black outside. We in a we ain't in the city. We in rural Africa. It's dark as hell outside. Lights off. Imagine this for 3 or 4 months. I don't get chubby. I don't get in my fields thinking about the SHTF situation and I get to use all this. No, the last thing I want is for it to ever
Okay.
happen. I just want
Exactly.
to be prepared. I just want to be prepared to the best of my abilities just in case. Because if you've ever been out in the wood for 3 or 4, maybe 5 days and ain't washed your ass, you hungry, you ain't trying to waste battery unless you trying to connect or find somebody or something. It's quiet. It's lonely. You watching everything because you can hear shit damn near a mile away. It's almost like going hunting.
Now you got dog ears, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun. So I always appreciate when
And
you
I
say
think
that.
that's going to be an issue too. I really don't want nothing to happen because the way some people are addicted to the internet, addictive to constantly having something going. Like people are not used to just sitting and entertaining themselves. They constantly have to have something, in front of them to keep them going and busy. So, like you said, sitting in that silence or is really gonna hurt a lot of people, because now you gotta sit and hear your own thoughts.
Very true. I gotta say something about what Warner's just said. Well, I'm going through the chat, but to what Boucher said first, y'all. So I got my aunties and my uncles. I had this, all of my folk, unlike myself, because I'm a really bashful, kind of shy person. I come from a family of talkers. All my people can talk, boy. My aunties, my uncles, all of them can bust their chops. And when I was a little boy, it was a whole lot of times where we had family gatherings and stuff. The TV never came on because y'all know how old I am. So my aunties and my uncles, some of them was born in the late 40s, early 50s, throughout the 50s. My mama was actually one of the youngest girls to come along. That's a part of who they were, because it wasn't no internet, it wasn't no computers, it wasn't no cell phones. You either read a book of some sort or you entertained each other. So I got this one.
Look what
Go ahead.
sorry to cut you off, but look what
No,
happened
go ahead.
when the shenanigans happened 3 years ago, and everybody had to be in the house with each other. You can't even stand to be in the house with the people you live with. What kind of
Facts.
foolishness is that?
Facts. Cause we at a point where everybody, even in the same household, everybody in their own world. It's not
Meism, like Dr. What you call it, say meism. Everybody got this meism going on, so you can't come together, and be in somebody's presence without them, being bothering you.
And but that just goes to show how people who grew up in that era and that generation were able to converse and live and coincide with just their own communication and telling story. Because they storytellers, man. They'll tell you this story about one time, Uncle Jesse came over to the house and he was trying to fight somebody because they owed him $20 because somebody had a Buick that they like, just these crazy detailed stories, but it's stuff that really happened, but they remembered it so vividly that it was just like a whole movie, hearing my mama and her sisters and my uncles like sit down and talk. And that's what we did. Kids would be sitting in the floor sometimes. Because you had grown folk conversations, they'd be talking about other stuff. But then when it was like family
conversations, yes.
Exactly. Kids would be sitting in the floor, aunties and uncles sit, some will be in the dining room and some will be on the couch and in the chairs, and it was entertaining, I'll say that. But to what Warning said, go ahead, sir.
You was going to read it. I was going to read the comments too. The winning walk with Christina said, what she said, reading was a lost art, and then David said listening is a lost habit too.
Ooh, facts. Absolutely. Now I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna catch up with where you at, because I don't know where you at, but I'm gonna say this.
I think I'm at the bottom. You know me, I stay at the bottom of the chat.
Yeah, you do. Hey, great live, I told you, sis, before you came up though, you and Hands the Dirt.
Thank
great
you.
live and shout out Nikki, even though she wasn't, there on the part that I seen, because I couldn't hang too long. I was in and out. But when you look through a telescope, and it wasn't a super expensive. They got telescopes, I mean, like amateur telescopes that can go up in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Mine wasn't near that expensive, but it worked for me. And even here in Africa, when I just got my glasses on, if I just put these on a real clear night, these right here, and go outside and look at the sky, it reminds me of Texas because it's so big. But when you look at them suckers, it really do look like they waving through water. It almost look reflective. So I can't imagine having a telescope over here because I have yet to look through a telescope since we've been living in Africa because my telescope's still back in the States. But Bougie, I'm telling you, the sky look different. It's trippy. It's trippy. But let me catch up with where you at. Man, shout out everybody in here. I know I probably done missed some folks because Bougie got me busting my chops. And Living Natural, what's going on, family? Can relate after a month of living in living village life in Ghana, rolling blackouts, pitch dark. Oh yeah, fam, it's real. It is real. It is very, 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 truly real.
And if you're not, we preach about practicing with your preps, because if you don't and you have this concept or idea in your head where you think if this is going to go wrong, I'm going to do this, and you don't actually go ahead and do it to find out if that's feasible for you to do, you're going to be up. I mean, I'm so glad I went on that camping trip because boy, I got to, see a lot of things. I got to see really, and to be out there, like I'm practicing, like right now, I have no AC on. You see the fan blowing behind me. I've been doing this for over the last 10 years since from the apartment. We have not ran the central heat or the central air. We use heaters, because when I learned, I was watching somebody doing. I was actually on one of the big shopping channels, and the guy had the heater, and he was talking about not using your central to heat up the whole house, to save money on the bill and only heat where you are. So I said that's a good idea. So I got a heater for for each room, and
that's what's up.
And we never turned the unit on. I did have to get a dehumidifier, to keep the mold, or whatever. But we only need it for the summertime. Like now, we would run it now, but for the winter, we don't need it. But I'm getting used to, because if they do shut it off, and we're so used to, I can't take the AC period anyway. That's too much for me. It's too cold for me. But that is going to hurt a lot of people also, because we're so used to the fake air, and we just don't know how to sit down and keep still.
Yeah, like my big mama used to tell me during them thunderstorms in East Texas when I was little. Because if y'all never had an East Texas thunderstorm, baby, it's real. It's real. You think every one of them a tornado, but just sit down and be still somewhere. Just sit down, be still. But
get comfortable with being uncomfortable is what my mom is still in us. Yeah.
Let me speak to Tamika Wells, Pieces of April still. Hey, Miss Jones Truth, how you doing? Y'all, I just dropped the link in the chat. RX Nails, everybody. A lot of folk that came in a little bit. And I know y'all probably wondering, what in the hell is Bougie Prepper up here talking about? What's going on? What are they doing? I'm gonna show y'all what we doing. Let me go get this real quick, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it again for y'all. Let me see. I hope this the right one.
UFOs exist. The U.S. government found quite a number of them, and
get over here.
A number of them, and they are indeed of non-human origin. Those are the explosive allegations from a former intelligence officer tonight in a whistleblower complaint that the Inspector General is taking very seriously. 36-year-old Air Force veteran David Grush is exposing what he calls a top-secret military program that has reportedly found wreckage of fully intact UFOs. The government...
I'm just going to skip
flying objects. Video evidence, if you will, that old tales of UFOs may not all be conspiracy theories. In recent years, Congress starting an official U.S. government unidentified aerial phenomena task force, recently renamed the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO.
ATM Tim, what's going on, bro? Mr. Mickey Wells, I see y'all in there, man. I'm finna get over to y'all in a minute. I'm just trying to catch everybody up. By the way, y'all share this live out if you ain't shared it out. And also, yeah, drop that hashtag BCIAC so everybody can find you. Yeah, y'all get in here and enjoy yourself.
And now in a News Nation exclusive, David Grush, an Air Force veteran, former member of that task force, and veteran of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, is formally blowing the whistle on secrets he says no one has ever shared publicly before.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the US defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
Grush sitting down with award-winning investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, who's reporting for News Nation and has spent years reporting on the UFO question.
Y'all, we just exploring the possibilities, the possibility, the what if, the what maybe, the what's possible, what ain't. Hey, thank you for that, Tim. Well, actually, it's ATM Tim, y'all. If y'all don't know, it's ATM Tim. I call him Tim. Welcome in, brother. Yeah, we just kind of retouching, catching up for everybody who might not know what we talking about. So welcome in, y'all. Thank you for being here.
Who have.
If you're right, if you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
Well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
That the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries, yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this document?
I think that's enough to catch everybody up on that. I just gotta say, like, oh, thank you, Miss Grace Guns. I appreciate that. Mama got a comment. I'm gonna get back over to these comments. I just gotta say, what we hold on, my bad, Bougie. Let me get that off of there. Again, my question is, what are we supposed to do with that? What we supposed to do about it? Like, I really don't. I don't know. I really don't know. That's why I'm asking y'all what y'all think and what y'all views are. Mama said I haven't used my central heat in the air in 2 years. The only reason I have it on now is because we're under heat advisory, and I don't want to read about this old woman in the news. That's right, Mama. Use your air when you need to. Use your air when you need to, cause yeah, we don't want you getting overheated over there, or nothing like that, for sure. Smooth, what's going on, bro? What's going on? We the plug. What good, bro?
I mean, it's interesting, like you said. I don't know what we could do with the information, but take heed. Like I said, take notes and see what happens. See what happens. See what they, you know, we could sit here and come together and try to figure out what you know. It's so many. Look, all the different ideas that we have that could be happening. I mean, like these conversations will. That's a good thing. It'll expose you to different ideas of what could be happening.
Right.
So then,
And
if that particular one happened, then you be like, yeah, I remember somebody saying that.
And you know what else, Boujay? Like you said, because it ain't gonna be everybody, but everybody that's willing to and everybody that want to, somebody gonna have to come together. Somebody got to come together at some point and do something more than what they. I don't know. It's got to be a collective effort to, if absolutely nothing else, simply for the sake of supporting one another. Because I don't know what these folk got up, and I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Really, I don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know.
I mean, like you said, we there's no need to lose sleep over it because you know what's gonna be gonna be.
Yeah, what's gonna be, baby. That's it. It is what it is. You can't not enjoy your life or
Right.
have sleepless
And-
nights over worried about whether extraterrestrials coming to get you. I mean, hell, this folk living next door that'll come get your ass. You got to
That part.
you gotta look at this from the big picture. And that's not to try to be insensitive to nobody who take it super, super seriously, because I get it, but baby,
That comes back to what I was saying. You take it serious, I don't take it serious. You gotta live with that. You gotta live with that. I don't have to take it serious. You choose to do that. You gotta be that. You know, that's you. Do you and respect the next person that don't.
Facts. Because at the end of the day, baby, like Boucher said a while ago, what's gonna be is gonna be. All you can do is try to have yourself ready for whatever come your way to the best of your ability. And she always say something that I love that I don't hear a lot of people in the prepping community always say, and that's, even with all the preparation that I make and do, I still might be surprised by something. I still can't imagine everything that's gonna come my way.
Nope.
This ain't about just getting it gassed up for the sake of getting it gassed up. It's just being ready as you can be for whatever you think might be coming in your way. And after that, man, you gotta enjoy your life.
Yeah. Because you don't know what's going to take place. So we all speculating, and just because I may have this or I may have that, I don't know. I still don't know what's going to happen. I have this just in case this happens. I might have this just in case. And I always tell people too to prepare for what you want to be prepared for. Like there's a lot of stuff that preppers do that I don't do. Like when I first heard of bugging out, I'm like, and what are we doing? And then when I heard it was going to a place, and I'm like, and where are we going? And then when I heard it was the woods, I was like, and absolutely not.
No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am.
Exactly. No, not happening. No, not doing it. I don't know nothing about no woods. Look what you spoke about. I don't know nothing about no woods. We have too many buildings out here that I can go in a building. Why would I decide to go in the woods? That makes absolutely no sense to me at all when I can go in a building structure and fortify it or whatever case I need to do and stay in there. Besides trying to deal with stuff I have no clue what it is.
What?
You're talking about
Right,
bugs and this
right.
and that, and no,
Oh,
absolutely
it's
not.
real. Hey, Miss April Showers, how you doing?
Hello,
And
Miss April.
to add, hey, Vision, whenever you get ready, bro, I don't know what happened, but here go the link. I know you busy. You took time to be able to come up here. For you or for anybody else for a little bit longer, if y'all want to share y'all thoughts or opinions, you more than welcome in. Just let me see you backstage before you come up. Miss April Showers, yeah, thank you for being here. Back to what Bougie was saying. See, and that's about knowing yourself and knowing your environment. Now, Bougie, being a New Yorker, could probably fortify a building in different ways than I could ever even imagine. Because when you take a city like New York, you got newer buildings and you got older buildings. I don't know much about no furnace. Now, have I lived in a house with some? Yeah, but I was a kid. I don't know much about them. I don't know how to reinforce this or reinforce that the way she probably does. Now, I do happen to be an old country boy. So if I see a tick on you, then I can probably help you out with that. If I see, if I realize you done got covered in fleas, because we hunt squirrels or hunt deer or whatever, because both of them have,
Exactly.
have bugs, then that's where my area of knowledge come in. Which is why she keeps saying we need, and I feel the same way. We need each other. We gonna have to work
Yes.
together because
Yes.
everybody knows something that you
Exactly.
don't know.
Exactly.
And the worst thing you can do is lie to yourself. You better go on your strong suits and rely on them. If you feel like you better suited for survival in an urban area, fortifying a building, a concrete building, a wood, whatever you got to work with. And some people might be better off in the country. But accepting that fact could be a determining factor between how your overall survival situation actually turns out. And that's real.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Go with your strengths. There's nothing wrong with learning some new things, but yeah, you're not going to be able to cover everything. So we have to work. We have to work together.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And especially for those of us that may be doing this alone. Like I can't cover everything.
Right.
I
And, Bougie,
can't cover everything. Mm-hmm.
I just got a question for you while I got you, sis, because this is one of the bigger things that I proposed when we first started this whole live, family. Why now do you think, with everything that's going on in the world, because for no reason, people have PR teams that make more money in 1 year than I done made in my whole existence, probably. Why do you think, like, what's the point outside of, the obvious stuff or maybe the this and that? Why now? And what's the point? Like, what do you think when the people who decide to disseminate and release this information to the world, like, on like for real, not being funny, what are we supposed to do about this? What's our reaction supposed to be?
Why now? Who knows? Right? Like who knows? We don't know what their timetable is, and I mean, you hear so many different things that we not in the right time, and I mean, there's just so much stuff that you could go by that you would just drive yourself nuts trying to actually you cannot figure out what somebody else is doing. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, it's no way to figure out what they're doing, and there's so much information out there that you really don't know what to choose. Like you were saying earlier, which one to choose to say,
Right.
okay, this sounds like that might be what it is, but I'm not in these people's head. I have no clue what these psychopaths are doing or why they doing it and why they decide to do it. Why they decide to do it now. I don't know.
Right.
All I can do is just pay attention and try to be ready because they're gonna do what they're gonna do.
For sure. For sure. Hey, Drew, what's up, bro? Welcome in. Welcome in. I got you, Drew. That's all we can do, man. It's called Scully and Mulder, and tell them to come.
Come try to figure this out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been telling us a lot of things for years upon years, and some of that stuff has been a lie.
A lot of it's been a lie, and that's the hard part. And I think that's not by accident, because it's like, I don't. Maybe there are some more rock solid people, some people who got it figured out better than I do. But I gotta be honest with you, how with all the lies we've been told, and then all the stuff that turned out to be true, how do we disseminate? How do we know what's real and not real in this day and age? I really do wonder that. I'm intrigued by that. Miss April, the link in the chat if you want to come up and say what you think. Because I'm
one thing for sure is because of the internet, we could keep each other in the know. Like we get you get the debunk quick. Look how you said when those people with the alien in the backyard with on the camera, you said, right, got debunked real quick. So that's one way that we could, as long as we got the internet, we have that way of getting things debunked right away. So far as that's concerned, like that. But this is why I feel I wasn't on the Tickety Tockety before, but I decided to get on because I wanted something where I could get.
And how you feel about it now, fam?
Well, first, when I first heard about it, it was advertised as foolishness, a whole bunch of foolishness. But when I got on it and I spoke to my daughter, and what I told her that she said, if you're looking at foolishness, that's what they'll show you.
Right.
But if you're looking at certain things, and that's what I come to find out, because I do a lot of our history, Black history, I get that coming to me, and vegan stuff, and so I come to find out that is the fact. I have not seen one foolish thing yet on the Tickety Tockety, because I'm not interested in seeing foolishness anyway. So I have not seen one foolish thing on it, but I'm not there to be on the Tickety Talk. I'm just there to see the information that's on there, that's being shared. That's it. And then and getting it quicker, because the only thing I was on in YouTube, and YouTube is like late with trying to, get information that's happening right now.
Right. It actually is at a point where you still there, Bougie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, it's actually at a point where like they such different algorithms. The way that YouTube operates versus how Tickety Tockety operates is two completely different monsters.
It is. It's very different.
And whatever you are more conscious to, or whatever you absorb or obtain more of, then that's the algorithm that will primarily. So on the downside, you're gonna see what you favor.
Right.
Whereas on YouTube, it's a little bit different. Miss April, I see you back there, but let me see it's you real quick, and then you can turn your camera back off. I just got to make sure it's you, because you know how folk be doing over here these days. Homestead in the Hood said I have to go. I'll put up a short and pin our links about the ships in the comments are everywhere. Yeah, and I've heard some of those sermons by Minister Farrakhan. I listen, I grew up Kojic, I listen to Baptist, I listen to a little bit of everybody because I'm always trying to learn. But I am familiar, and I've even read some literature. But again, sister, thank you for sharing you good, Miss April. I see you. You good for sharing your thoughts and opinions. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time. And We just want everybody to be heard. Everybody's opinions, as long as you respectful with it and thoughtful with it, it ain't. Come over here and we can chop it up about it, fam. Let's bring up Miss
That's the
April
thing.
Shaw.
That's the thing we have to do. We got to be able to respect each other's opinions, beliefs, lifestyles, all of that stuff. You have to be able to live and let live. Hello, Miss April.
Hey, how's everybody? Hello, everybody. Thanks for allowing me to be part of the chat. African Dream.
Oh, you welcome.
Thanks for allowing me to come in your house today. And hello to
Yes,
all
ma'am.
those in the chat. First and foremost, I do truly believe that there are other people out there, and they've been telling us, you know, they've been showing us for years through movies. I mean, I just believe it's possible that there are aliens out there.
Yeah.
And they've been telling us. You look at movies like E.T., movies like Men in Black. They're letting us know, the government knows, they experiment, especially with Men in Black. That movie confirmed to me everything that the government is doing. They're experimenting. You got half humans, half animals. Proved it to me. I don't know about anybody else, but I said, oh, okay, they telling us. And that's just how I've always felt. Might sound strange to other people, but they letting us know. They let us know. Ain't nobody just sat up and thought about this stuff.
Yeah,
I believe it's happening.
I think anything is possible, but I think, you know, there's I'll say this, and then I go to my next point, and I want to hear what y'all think. So I'm having more and more of a difficulty with what I grew up believing and knowing, and I'm gonna put what Warning said. And it's not because I'm completely sold one way or the other, but I'm starting to favor one way or the other because so much stuff is not adding up, for one. For two, I think there's the possibility of some extraterrestrial life to maybe be here. And then another part of me wonder is this whole planet is one big damn spiritual prison that we locked in and can't get out of, or at least the part of it that we own. And we just don't have access to other places, at least not in these physical bodies. I've wondered if I'm laying somewhere outside of the realm of what I can imagine existing in a pod somewhere, and this physical body I'm walking around in may just in fact be just what it is, a flesh vehicle for a far more in-depth consciousness that I can't quite understand. I also wonder the origin of man, because there are two primary and dominant origins for the theory of man. One is biblical or theological, and the other one is scientific. One starts with the Big Bang and evolution, and the other one starts with Genesis. I can't prove either, but those are the two primary that we all tend to draw source knowledge from. Now, with all that being said, I can't help but wonder, why are there places that we can't necessarily freely explore on this planet that we all born into? And why is it that this whole conversation around extra, like, and Bougie said, because she don't have an answer for it, and I don't have one either. But why now? And what is it about now in this moment that was finally the point where, let's just, to entertain it, if in fact any of this is real or has legitimacy to it, why now? What is it about this moment? What's finna happen? What's about to happen? What's finna come out? Will it be staged? Will it be the real McCoy? Like, these questions I'm asking, but I want to hear what y'all ladies thinking about.
Me personally, I feel as though now that social media and people are starting to do their own research, that they have no other choice but to acknowledge things. You find out like these people have, you have people that have sworn, they've looked at in their backyards and they saw creatures or aliens. People have gone to their grave saying that they saw aliens. They can't hide anymore. They can't hide it anymore. So that's why I feel like now they can't hide.
Mm-hmm.
I think about movies like Contact, just all kind of movies that you watched, and they show where the government has hidden stuff from us. So they
right. Bougie, what you think? Before I go on to another comment.
I have no clue why. I don't believe in none of this stuff, none at all, until I actually see it for myself. I don't know what people seeing. I ain't been there. And like I said, I've been lied to too much to take up any of this stuff. I mean, look at the last 3 years, the shenanigans that went on, and now you coming now.
Right.
All of a sudden, now the truth is coming out, which was the truth all along. So no,
right.
I don't care what nobody see. Who see it, when they see it, how they seen it, unless I see it. No, I ain't believing nothing.
Fair enough. Y'all
too much, but I respect whoever choose to believe it. I respect your belief.
Y'all know how Bougie feel on it.
Hey, Miss Bougie. At this point, me personally, like, we've been lied to with so many things, so I think anything's possible.
I do too. That's why I don't lean towards like one thing. Like I said earlier, I'm open to listen to everything, but I'm not going to grasp onto one thing, because we're not like I'm African was saying, we're not sure. We're not sure what actually
we're not sure
to believe. So I'm just going to leave it there on the table, leave all this information on the table, and whatever shenanigans go down, then I just have an arsenal of information that I can go to on the table to take up and say, okay, I heard this, so this must be what it is. But until I'm, and like Vision said, something come over and I ain't standing there and looking at it. You know how we do. We keep it moving. We ain't trying to figure out nothing. We ain't asking you who you are, how you got here, none of that.
That's a solid approach. That's a solid approach, because everybody gonna see it the way they see it, and you gotta respect that, because at the end of the day, until any of us possesses the ability to prove it emphatically, and we all kind of guessing. We all kind of guessing, and the more that we favor a concept or a thought or an idea, the more validity we tend to see in it. Because I gotta keep it a buck with y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I know what I can't prove, but I know what I do see is possible. I ain't ruling nothing out, and I ain't calling nothing for being rock solid. Lala said, slow news week, lots of stuff happening that should be front page, but media, politicians don't want those things talked about. Imagine if our attention span focused on those things. Absolutely. Now, which one of those things is in fact a distraction in and of itself? Because we've covered a myriad of topics tonight, like which one is which, who's who, what's what. But like at this point,
right? What do you listen to? What do you pay attention to?
What do you pay attention to?
Everything.
Because it's all
everything. But don't focus.
Kinds of stuff.
Don't pay attention to it, but don't focus on it.
Right.
Like it's the do all be all. You know, don't focus on it. Listen to it and keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Yep.
There was a comment here where it said, Miss D said some people are denying climate change. I'm a climate change denier. That's like a choice that we all make, and I respect those that believe we have a climate change, and you know, respect. We all have to just respect each other's beliefs, because for me at this point, we don't know what's what, because I've noticed these people will say this is this and this is that, but they always got the answer for it. But when they use their answer, it just causes more problems.
Yeah, I want to elaborate on that a little bit. Miss April, you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. I just want to elaborate on that a little bit. I got the comment up. Miss D, I do get it. I understand completely where you coming from. I remember times when I felt more I lived in a really, really liberal and whatever environment, living in the Northwest up there in Seattle for many years. And I'm talking about people would be ready to fight you if you didn't recycle at first. And then it went from you just recycling to you putting green bottles in this bin and clear bottles in that bin and plastic and here, like it got to be like like a lifestyle, a whole nother job. And now you don't hear much about recycling no more, because a whole lot of people got really, really rich from the whole idea and concept of recycling. When I was little, I was.
Did you see the video that recycling ain't real?
Yeah, I have. I've seen a couple of documentaries, as a matter of fact, the recycling ain't real. What it did do was make a lot of people rich. And even with that being said, I'm not saying that the climate is not changing. What I am saying is it 100% on us? That's all. And I'm gonna stand on that, because I think this earth's been here for a really, really long time. And I think it's
cycles, right? Do we know all the cycles of the earth?
It ain't no way you could know all the cycles of the earth. Hell,
how do we know this is not a cycle?
No,
and
exactly.
We're supposed to be having a climate change, but it's not a bad thing.
Exactly.
It's just something that we have not experienced yet.
And one of my prerequisites when it comes to conversations and discussions about climate change and climate this, I often don't have those unless we also talk about why in the hell people spraying the sky and blocking the sun. That's how you know that. Think about it. Now, I'm from Texas. Hot as hell in the summertime. And most of the time outside of that. One of my questions is, which one is cooler? If you sitting out in the car when it's 98 degrees, waiting on your mama to come out the store with the windows down or with the windows up? all this shit that's getting sprayed in the air, that's it been admitted now. 20 years ago, you were crazy as hell. It was conspiracy theory. And now that ain't the case, ain't nobody talking about it. But what's the difference between sitting in the car with your windows up when it's 98 degrees versus sitting in the car with your windows down when it's 98 degrees? So for all of the climate change issues that the world may be experiencing and facing and all of that, I'm not saying they ain't real, because we all see the validity and the actuality of them. But my question is, how do you know all this stuff getting sprayed in the air, blocking out the sun, changing the climate, altering the climate, ain't like rolling the windows up when it's 98 degrees? How do we know for sure or for certain that ain't what's making things hotter, increasing the intensity and strength of hurricanes, increase, like this stuff? That if we're gonna talk about part of it, we got to talk about all of it, because I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just,
Well, we see a
sometimes it ain't happening.
history of causing a problem to all of a sudden you have the answer.
Yeah.
Well, look over in China. What did they do? They made an extra moon. What? Wait a minute. Was it a moon or a sun?
No, it was the sun. It was
The
the sun.
sun.
Yeah.
Hey, we tampering with things. We tampering with things.
Exactly.
So
And that's,
we
I think
don't know.
that's the point African is making, is that they're tampering with things. So how do we not know, because they're tampering with stuff that is causing the climate change? Or how do we don't know that this is a cycle of the earth, and that comes with the cycle of the earth? It comes with climate change, and it's not a bad thing. We're used to climate changing, but we're not. You probably used to it. But isn't there a climate change before with the earth? We have to look those things up too. Like African said, this earth has been here a very, very long time. We probably do not know all the workings of it, and to say, they know it all. No.
Did you guys ever watch the TV series called Lost? It was on ABC when they were all on this island. A plane crashed, and some of those people had been lost on that island for 100 to 200 years. It was really, it was a good movie. And it just showed that, I mean, I do believe it's other people out there. And I believe some might have been left from their time to maybe enlighten us, because there is no way nobody just thought about these movies. And that's just how I feel personally. I mean, how would somebody know? Ain't nobody just thought about no creatures being here before. I mean, it has had to happen. I mean, that's just how I feel. Like, somebody, the knowledge was put in somebody to let us know. That's how I feel. To let us know that there's other people out there. Now look, they're talking about cloning now.
Oh, they've been talking
cloning.
Yeah.
They've been talking about cloning, but now, like I said, they can't hide anymore because of social media. So now you got series. I've got to watch the cloning of Tyrone. So again, here everything to me, they just can't hide the information anymore. So that's why everybody's now, they're making all of these movies. It's been here to me, like cloning, all of this stuff. It's been here. They can't hide social media. Uh, it's here. It's. I think we're all having deja vu moments with all of this stuff that we're finding out. That's just my personal opinion, and I'll mute my mic.
No, those are.
Again, yeah,
No, go ahead.
yeah. I
Go
mean, I
ahead,
think
sis.
that
Go ahead.
what Miss April just said might be part of the answer to your question. Why now? Because we are connected through the internet, where we can show each other all of this stuff. Maybe that might be why now. Because, like she said, they can't hide it no more.
I think and that's why I posed that question, and it was a bit rhetorical in this presentation, as far as what may or may not be the potential reasons behind it. But I think that sometimes circumstances get to a point where, I mean, it's all, if you think about a kid. Hey, what's up, The Word? How you doing, brother? Welcome in. Welcome in. I think about being young and having your report card, and you already know you finna get a F, and that F equals a whooping for those who grew up with capital punishment as a child. And what do? You try to get in front of it. You try to start clean. You
Right.
come in, instead of going outside playing, you start washing dishes. You start cleaning up your room. You start doing and saying all the right stuff, trying to get in
Right.
front of it, because you know that it's inevitable, and you on a limited amount of time before this information come out in a way that you can't control it no more. So, I mean, I've seen that as a possibility. And Lala said, I'm undecided on climate change, but you're going to be affected when you choose to live in filth. Now, Lala, that's fair, but I'm gonna say this too. A whole lot of what I've discovered over the years, that climate change is I don't think people really like to entertain the economic side of climate change. Like I just said a while ago, Bouger asked, have anybody ever seen the documentary or the video that recycling was a hoax, so to speak, right? Now, with that being said, let's explore this. Let's check this out. Now, where do I start exactly? I'll start here. When you had the Industrial Revolution, two things happened real big. You had the, what's up, she said. You had what ended up being the most powerful country on the planet evolving and coming out of World War II, which, ushered forth the Industrial Revolution. Some people still living on that high. They was never happier than the 1950s and 60s. To this day, some of them still alive, was never happier. More wealth, more expansion, more housing development, more spending, more everything you could imagine as far as economics is concerned. Now things are starting to change. Let's just fast forward to 1970, 80-ish, all through here. Let's go from 70 up to now. Other countries start saying, well, damn, how can we get us a little piece of this growth and development and all of that? So I just encourage people to be fair and look at it from ultimate perspectives. So now after I done got all of mine, I done polluted, I done fought everywhere, I done dirtied up this and that and all that. And then I see other people saying, well, I'm finna do the same shit you did so I can get where you at. You like, nope, can't do that no more, because it's gonna kill all of us.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna go back to something I was finna say. I remember being in a little elementary school in the 1980s in East Texas, and for about a month straight, man, we was told that we had somebody come into the school. Actually, you know what? Was it middle school? No, I think it might have been 6th grade. I was in junior high. Had a whole team of people come in telling us that I'm sitting here right now in 2023 in Africa, telling us Florida wouldn't be a state. No, it wouldn't be there no more because it's gonna be covered in water.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that too.
Can't nobody take this from me. This is what I was told. This is what I was told in 1980 something, man.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm just saying, fam. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Boujay. Go ahead, Miss April. You can come back up. Where you go, Miss April?
I'm trying to read Elder's comment.
Okay, requesting permission to speak.
Oh, come on, Miss April. Come on now.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure because we be on the delay. So we be on the delay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason I asked. Yeah, we be on the delay. I know I ain't got to ask, but I know sometimes we be on the delay. I'm going to tell you another thing. Yeah, I'm going to tell you another thing that freaks me out. Have y'all ever seen someone that looked like one of your deceased relatives?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen someone that looked exactly like a deceased relative, a person you knew?
That could be their doppelganger.
Mm-hmm.
We all have somebody that looks like us.
But now why is that? But why is that? They say, oh, everybody got to look alike. Really? Things that make you go, See, I be thinking about this kind of stuff too. African dreaming in April. I think about this kind of stuff too. Like, okay, they say everybody got to look alike, but why is that? Why should somebody else be looking like me? And I mean, I've been places and I've seen somebody that looked like somebody I knew that had died. I remember even following a lady one time. Yes. Why is that?
I don't have an answer for it, but I know I have a doppelganger. I seen him one time back home, and what freaked me out the most, the place where I saw the dude, it's big enough for not everybody to know it. You know, my side of town was big enough for everybody to not know each other, but for most people to know each other. And I seen this dude standing across the street. And I kid you not only, that's when I wasn't even buying all my own clothes because I was probably in 7th or 8th grade, so I was still getting help with it. Man, this cat looked like me, was built like me, had the same kind of hairstyle I had at the time. And it really, really freaked me out. And I can tell you, I've said this before a whole bunch of times. I'm way over here in Tanzania. I done seen folk who look just like my cousin. I done seen people who look just like old teachers. I done seen a couple of my aunties. I done seen homeboys and chicks I went to school with. Like I don't have an explanation for that, but it is crazy. I don't know why it's that way.
Very, very interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing my doppelganger. I don't have an answer for that either. I mean, this thing, because this whole thing we call life is very interesting.
It is. Good Eats. You still want to come up here before we get out of here? Because I thought that was you earlier. But
I wanted to read the elders. She's my grandma. A lot of things are a distraction, but we must be careful because they hear us on social media and they will slide something in and say they'll just call it a distraction and they'll
when
say
they
we
want.
want you.
Come on,
That's the
mama.
same thing
Come on, mama.
like everything people call a conspiracy theory. And a lot of conspiracy theories have come to be the truth.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Bougie,
Yes.
Bougie, you remember that live we was on together and we was talking, I think we talked about this before. Bougie, was you in there that live where I showed the because I think Warnings was talking about this earlier, where they got the cloud machines and the cloud seating and all of that stuff.
Oh, yeah, I remember when you did that. Yeah.
You 30 years ago in the 1990s, if you was talking about this stuff, you would get talked about so bad and so crazy.
That was the purpose of doing that, to make you think that this person is crazy, so you won't believe. Did you see that they even had it in their papers? Who was it? The FBI, the CIA that made up the thing, conspiracy theory, so that now we all program when we hear that, why it triggers don't believe it.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it.
Yes.
It's a conspiracy.
Yes.
Before that, there was no, I want to say 1972 or 73, it was no such thing as a conspiracy theory. It was only conspiratorial or being conspiratorial or someone conspiring to commit said whatever XYZ conspiracy is. So I just, family, I don't have all the answers, but I do like having conversations like this because it can encourage everybody to think maybe in ways they hadn't considered or thought before. And I'm just saying, listen to me now, believe me later on. So much of what we deal with on a daily basis will be proven right moving forward, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They tried, like I say, I'm still, my story, and I'm sticking to it, is now that they have social media, they cannot hide everything from us anymore. And hey, we finding out everything the government been hiding from us, how they trained us to think, and we've been falling for the okie dokie. Anything's possible to me. Anything's possible. Yeah.
Now we can even find out what bills are out. You got people that let you know what bills they're putting out. You don't have to find those out real quick now too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also the the whole, like, even in one state, I think Montana passed to get to ban certain social media sites because it is a lot of information out there and over there, and people are like, it's a little too much going on. We're gonna chill out on it. So y'all shut up and shut up.
Well, that's just their way of trying to keep us not in touch with one another, to let each other know, what we feel is going on. That's all that is to me.
Never before in known humanity, or at least the part of it that we able to know about, have we all been able to connect and share information in real time. And I remember before we came over here, because I can't deal with notifications no more. That was back before I was in content creation, and I didn't really get a lot of them, so I could have notifications on, and a whole lot of stuff would be happening, and you could see the video. Somebody would be live with it, and then the news come on with it 3-4 hours later, or 2 or 3 hours later, as breaking news. And the whole game done changed. The whole game done changed. It's a different world. It's a new day. And I think everybody on all sides are reacting to the new reality we live in because information can be shared and disseminated so fast. It's just a game changer.
Look at the bill. I was on the tickety and the guy showed a bill where they want you to prove that you're 18 years old in order to see certain content.
Right.
Why,
What do we do?
Said, why now? Why now?
Mm-hmm.
Why now?
Yeah.
Okay, Miss April.
Why now?
Her internet keeps dropping.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop that link again for Miss April. Anybody else? We're gonna kick it for a few more minutes, y'all. But man, Bougie, I always love when you have time to come up, sis, because we just gonna get into the meat of it, man. We just gonna get to it.
Yeah, we need to have these conversations, and we need to hear what each other think, so that we could, because you might hear something, you be like, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to think of everything. What they said, 100 people can see the same thing, but when they say write down what you saw, you're going to get 100 different stories.
Absolutely, for sure. And my whole the way I do stuff over here, the way we structure stuff over here, it ain't never about being right. It's about asking the right questions and giving other people an opportunity to share their thoughts and opinions and feelings on it, and maybe we all walk away with something that we didn't know. Somebody put something. Miss April, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back with y'all. Yeah, now
Okay.
see, just like this, my internet keeps dropping, right? I'm one of these, you find out, like, they make sure certain areas, their internet don't drop. Some areas still have fast internet. Like, they shift the internet. They shift the internet service.
Yeah, that happens. A lot of different reasons why could be the ultimate reason why. But back to the other part of what we was talking about, Good East Homestead said, and this is, I think she was talking about the part where why do we all look alike, or why you see a doppelganger here or there. She said maybe because we're all related. I don't know if that's off topic though. No, fam, that is not off topic at all.
No, it's not. Anything's possible.
I do believe in X amount of degrees of separation, and I'll be very candid with a story. So when I was when I was younger, I went to visit an uncle, and my uncle, this was my first time meeting him, whatever. I've talked about this in other lives before. True story, man. I saw an uncle and I saw an auntie, and I kid you, I cannot make this. Actually, it was a cousin. It would have been my cousin, but to me, anyway, y'all get where I'm going with it. This dude hair was fried, dyed, and laid to the side, just like back when folk used to wear them relaxers and stuff. Now, this picture was taken in the early 1940s. It was taken in the early 1940s. Fam, that dude looked just like me. I mean, just like me. Spitting image, the hair, his teeth, his facial structure, cheekbones, eyes, all of that. And his auntie, now, mind you, all of this is my grandfather's brother, it was crazy. So he showed me a picture of his sister. Man, when I say his sister was my mama reincarnate, I sat there and I couldn't quit looking at it. This is before you could pull this back in the day before you could just pull a phone out your pocket. And you had to go to Eckerd or CBS. Not they didn't even have CVS back then. You had to go to Walmart or somewhere and go develop the film and all of that stuff. I've seen some creepy stuff in my life that, look, I'm telling y'all, I'm convinced at this point that the world is a stage, life is a movie, and it just keeps repeating with different characters and a little bit different plot scene, because none of it make no sense. None of it.
No, and it doesn't. It makes it very interesting. That's for sure. And like you said, I don't think we should lose sleep over it. Just stay vigilant. And like we've been saying, I know, like I've been saying, listen to everything. Excuse me. Listen to everything.
Yeah.
But don't hold on to one thing, because, like Ms. April keeps saying, anything is possible. That's the thing. Anything is possible. So I choose not to hold on to one concept, and just listen to everything, and we're like, okay. And then, if I feel that if whatever I heard, I need to prepare for that particular thing, then that's what I do. Start just believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
What's up, fam? Yep. What's going on, Stardust? Yeah.
What you see? Yeah. But we need to have more of these conversations, because it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, it is.
And for those people that may not have nobody else to talk to these things about, because then you got people who you might talk to and they get all radical on you, and because you got holding that belief, not respecting what the next person may be saying. We need to be able to have these, what they call them, safe place conversations, so that we can run ideas by each other, because this is another way that we can help each other also too, where people don't feel alone when they thinking like, okay, I was thinking the same thing too. All right, I'm not the only person thinking like that.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about, is having thoughtful conversations, inclusive conversations with different points of views, and everybody can be heard and accepted and respected. And that's a must. That's a must over here. Everybody do their own thing the way they do it, but I mean, and I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to be in lockstep with you with exactly how you feel about stuff, but I'll hear you out. I'll hear your position and and respect you for it, as long as you're being respectful in your presentation. So
I give you an example. I don't know how many people they just say, I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in no God, but I respect everybody that do. I don't put I feel this is my life experience, and I get to choose what I want to experience. And this is African's life experience, and you get to choose what you want to experience. And I don't get to choose that and I don't get to choose that for you.
Right.
But I respect whatever you choose to experience for your life experience.
Yeah.
Am I right about what
you 100
feel or what I believe? No, I'm right for me. I'm not doing this to be right for you. I'm right for me. What I do is right for me, not for you and nobody else. It's right for me. So I respect everybody what they believe and whatever they choose to believe. Just don't push it on me. I could even sit with you and talk to you about it.
I can have at the end of the day
a good conversation with you, what you choose to believe. Because I know that I don't have to believe it. I know, and I can respect what you believe because it doesn't take no effect on my life that you believe that. It has no effect on my life. So I don't have to make you believe what I choose to believe.
You know what, sis? That is the ultimate and biggest form of maturity that I think, and I mean, I want to put it right up there with Nirvana. I think I really want to put that up close to. It may not be that, but it's right there with Nirvana, because when you achieve that level of understanding and acknowledgement of others in this life, then I mean you getting real close to understanding all of it. I don't think all of it can be understood, but you getting damn close. Either. Because
I don't think so. When I think it comes with getting older. Now you understand. Like I know I'm understanding why some older people did some of the things they did and said some of the things they said. You start to release stuff, especially things you can't control. You start to release it, and you come into that what I call that. I am so at peace in my head. And one of the affirmations that I used to love to saying is the peace. What is that in Psalms? The peace that surpasses all understanding. I am so at peace within my head that I'm not arguing, having no, one side arguments with nobody. I used to do that a lot. Argue with people in my head. And stuff like that. But when it's just so much. It's just a good place to be. When I know that I can believe whatever I choose to believe and respect the next person. Be at peace with whatever the next person is doing.
Absolutely. It's really about understanding, growth, maturity, patience, and everything that you alluded to. Because our existence, I don't believe, is really intended to be understood or measured or accepted by everybody. It's ours to endure, to evolve upon. I think that we live in a space where we live in our individual realities while consuming a shared environment, a shared space. But at the same time, Boujee is a woman from New York who done lived her life and has a completely different yet similar experience to mine because of the shared space that we exist in. But as far as our individual realities, that's a whole different ball game. We are on a journey alone that we get accompanied sometimes by. We find friendship in, we find cohesion in, but at the end of the day, it's really all our own journeys, and you have to accept that your journey is just that. It's your journey alone.
Yeah, exactly.
And you become comfortable not only with being uncomfortable, but when being misunderstood, with being maybe unappreciated, with being all the things that come with living in this thing we call life. Because whatever you see somebody else deal with today might very well be your turn tomorrow. And even when it comes to the topic of discussion tonight, and what am I supposed to do about it? Man, me and my wife gotta eat. We got to keep a business running. We trying to create content. Mr. E.T., sir, if you out there, if them people got you, don't hold that shit against me. I ain't did nothing
That
to
part.
you. I ain't
That
got
part.
nothing to do with that, baby. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly.
I'm just saying,
Like
baby, I'm over
it
here
sounds like
living.
me when they be talking about ghosts. If y'all don't go sit down somewhere and talk about nothing and knock us, if you knock something over, and I'm gonna make you pick it up. What?
Yeah. Right. Who's you? I ain't...
Send Mr. E.T. to me. I want to sit down and have. What y'all about to do?
Yeah.
And for what?
Yeah. For what and to who? Because I ain't got no parts of that. I ain't got no parts of that, bro. I wouldn't.
And what about this, Jay? What about this? You have your beliefs. I have my beliefs. And where do we all end up with those beliefs?
Right. Yeah. That's deep.
So
That's deep.
Did it really matter? Did it really matter?
What did it mean? I've heard. Look, hey, Miss April, you back with us? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna say
I want to chime in on what Miss Bougie was saying. She's even though you know I have my beliefs, like I tell people, hey, whatever you believe in, I respect it. Like I ain't trying to, I can only tell people about my experiences. Am I gonna argue with you, get mad at you, cause you don't believe what I believe? No. I was raised to respect everybody's opinions. And I'm gonna tell you what I've seen lately. Again, once I became disabled and I was able to get on the internet, go to different sites, like everything I thought I knew, I don't know nothing. Yeah. It's like we've been lied to about things. So I'm just like, it is what it is. I'ma just keep it moving. I expect people, you say worship a dog. That's good. Good risk. But am I gonna argue with heck no? I'm gonna say okay. Now another thing, and God, I wish I would have been in this conversation earlier. Now, this is another thing I wanted to mention. When you see most people that are mentally challenged or have lost it, even the people on the street, do you notice they always talking about how they done seen Jesus or God, or they done seen something? I always say, I wonder, did they really have an encounter and it was too powerful for them? Something happened. But do you notice that? Have y'all ever noticed that?
Say that again, Miss.
Most people that you see that have lost their minds, like, even here, they'll be downtown, they'll be on speakers, and they done lost their minds, but they talking about Jesus or God. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Miss April was saying. Miss April was saying that she was saying that. Do you think that they might have had an encounter that made them go into that state?
Yeah, I have. I've seen people in what I would class, like layman's terms, maybe a organic psychosis from a natural ailment, be it or what's deemed as an ailment, be it bipolarism, be it schizophrenia. And then I've also seen people and work with people who have been under drug-induced psychosis. So I've seen it from two different, actually a multiplicity of environmental influences to help them get there. But yeah, I've seen people talk about that. I've made mention before that when I was working in that field, I actually had patients who like having full blown conversations with somebody that only they can see. And I'm talking about like a whole conversation where they responding, they asking questions, they seemingly being asked questions. Yeah, I've seen that before. So I've talked about that, and I don't rule nothing out because I don't know what to rule out no more, except for I won't even say things that are absurd. I'll say things that I may not understand in the moment, but I won't completely squash the validity of it because of everything we've been talking about all night. I got to deal with what's real, what ain't real, whether it's propaganda or not propaganda, whether somebody who was lying to me can't lie to me no more, so they trying to tell me what's coming next because they want to be in front of it. Like the possibilities are endless. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
things that make you go, I wish I was in this conversation earlier because I got a whole lot of things I be thinking about. And not like it consumes me, but just um God, I'm just glad that this short little time I was in here to know that, some of us, we think about it. Of course, I'm not going to be consumed with it, but it's just these aha things that make you go, type of moments.
right.
So,
And it's good to have those conversations. It's good to
yeah,
have those
yeah.
conversations.
And then
Um,
to know, like, uh, no, I ain't crazy. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, well, I wonder, did they have some type of encounter? And I say this because they say, um, like some of these people that have lost their minds and stuff, like it was too much for them to bear. And just, just to have people to talk to, it's great. It's great. Um,
all right, that's
yeah.
what we're here for. That's what we're to have
Yeah.
these conversations. Yeah. Um,
You like
what you let,
to do the psychology. I'm going to ask you something in line with Miss April was saying about these people with these encounters. Could it be that because you have this deep belief in something, specifically a religion, and a person, or I'm not talking about you, Miss April, I'm just elaborating on something just came to my mind of what you said about these people having these visions and stuff. Could it be those deep beliefs being triggered when they're going through some kind of mental, I don't know, issue or something? And because we believe in this certain thing, that this is what comes in front of us, not that they actually seen something, but
that's another
is that, but
question.
what they believe is being visual, they're visualizing it themselves.
That was for you, Miss April. Did
No,
you hear what Boozy
that
asked?
was for you, African.
Oh,
No, that was for you.
oh, that
Mm-hmm.
was for
That's
me.
for you.
That's
Okay,
for you.
okay. It was breaking up a little bit. I couldn't hear the first part. Yeah, I believe that's 100% completely possible, and the reason that I'll elaborate on that a little bit is because, and I'm not a psychologist. I've studied a little bit, but my thing is sociology, collective group think and thought, and what have you. But um, Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah. So to that, Bougie, I'll say, I think that there are. What's a good example? I'll give a good example. A good example would be if you say someone or something or some entity is in fact demonic. Well, where did that come from? How the hell you know what a demon look like other than the suggestions from either media
Exactly.
or
Exactly.
from some form of outside influence that has
Exactly.
introduced into your psyche what a
Right.
demon
Right.
looks like. So when you think of a demon, you think of like this ghoul-looking being. If you think about the devil, you think about red horn, red skin and black
Yes.
horn.
Yes. Yes.
If you think about an angel, you think of, and I'm gonna keep it a buck because it's mostly black folks in here. You think about soft porcelain skin with a halo above it because that's what you've been taught to think. That are some of your first introductions to your existence before you could even identify yourself as a human being. So, and I'm not gonna get into early education and childhood development, but I mean, before you know who you already being influenced before you identify yourself as a human individual.
Exactly.
Why is that so important? Because it ties into the question that Bougie asked. When we are at our weakest, at our lowest, at our most vulnerable mental states, you have a conscious and you have a subconscious. Now, you may not realize this while we sitting here having this conversation. For some of y'all, your subconscious want to click the link and come up here and cuss my ass out about somebody said, but your conscious mind rationalizes and your conscious mind rationalizes because that's the only place that rationale exists and says, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna get up there and do that because it would cause X, Y, and Z. It may not be the best thing to do, but that's getting into the ego, and all of that kind of stuff. And it goes deeper than just Freud because this is also found in cultures and societies that existed way before Freud was ever even a psychologist or the father, if you want to call him that, of psychology. Maybe the father of modern psychology. Back in the day, it was known as shamanism and a whole sort of other things, but that's neither here nor there. Now, I'm trying to answer Bouger's question in entirety. And yes, I do think that when we are at our weakest, we divert and revert back because of different parts and aspects of our being that we call on some deeper, more repressed different parts of our id comes out. And with that being said, I will also acknowledge the plane of existence that we can't see with our eyes, ears, or nose or mouth. So that's where it starts to get over into the spiritual part of it. But that's where I'm gonna stop. And I hope that answered with the best way I could, if that make any sense.
I just wanted to verify that with you as to why people may be like Ms. April was saying, why these people may be having those but you just pointed out that when they're in a what you said, a deep place in their psyche.
Yeah, a form of psychosis. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Miss April, what you got? Before we get out of here?
All I can say is I've always felt like there's been other people here on this earth. I always thought like somebody had to know something to make these movies, because they've been telling us in the movies all these years. different things that's going on. You know, they named them sci-fi, but is it really science fiction or is it really the truth? So I've always thought like anything could be possible. Do I believe we
Mm-hmm.
have aliens here? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I do. Yeah. And so I just that's just how I've always felt. Like there are other people out there, and the government's been telling us, and they've showed us how they experiment. I
I
remember
don't think
what
I'm,
like going to see
I'm
Men in
okay.
Black. I don't know what I was uh, like going to see, but when they pressed that button and you had a human head on the dog's body and different things, I said they let us know then that they've been experimenting and doing different things. So I just feel like man has been altering things. You know, like China, they made an extra sun, and that's why we have some things that are happening in the world. That's just, my thoughts. I ain't mad if don't nobody agree, but I sit up. A lot of us sit up and we just think sometimes. Like we do
Look,
know we've been lied to.
for
So
sure, for sure. Miss April, I don't want you to feel alone, and I will say that as far as what's called the sun that China made was actually building, as far as I know. This is just a little bit I know. I've never seen it. I'm not a part of the program. I have no clue. But apparently it's contained, and it's more related to nuclear fusion. It's about the amount of energy that can be created, not an actual like sun in the sky, nothing like that. This is a miniature superheated, super energetic concentration of plasma, other elements, other chemicals that are comprised of what we but humans believe the sun is, because as far as I know, outside of Icarus, ain't nobody else been to the sun. So I don't how you can how you know what I'm saying? How you can recreate something you ain't never been to? I don't know. You can recreate what you think it is, but unless you've been there and took samples, I don't see how you could do that specifically. But I feel where you're coming from, and I don't want you to feel alone, because these are there go my backup. These are great and relevant questions that should be and need to
Mhm.
be asked. Just saying,
Yeah.
I can't speak on them with 100% certainty. And the first person I don't want to lie to is myself. The second one is y'all. Uh, I don't know. I just do the best I can. I read, I research, I try to learn, I try to grow, I try to develop, I try to obtain as much knowledge as I can with areas of concentration that I find interesting. And beyond that, I'm always ready to admit when and where I don't know something. And but you're not wrong. I see the potential for anything to be possible. I see the potential
Mhm. Yes.
for some stuff that we couldn't imagine being real. Something else life done taught me, and I'm just old country boy, so y'all don't take my word for it. But I think in many ways life done showed me that fact is way stranger than fiction. I think that
Okay.
I think I think we it's some stuff out here that we really can't wrap our minds around because we don't want to. And I'm gonna put one of them in the chat. Good East Homestead said, like that lab grown chicken we've been eating. No, she
Okay.
not just kidding. You not just kidding. Look here, man.
You show way goodies.
Go ahead, Bougie.
You just told a whole bunch of truth right there. 'Cause
right.
anytime they that's me. Anytime they tell us something, we done already probably been eating it already. But now they telling us.
Right. Cause I've been even before we left coming over here to Africa, I remember seeing some of this string ass chicken. And I was thinking to myself, why do this chicken look, why is this so stringy and so like how it look, the chicken breast? Cause we usually get, even before we got over here and had chickens of our own, we would usually buy whole chickens and just cut them up, because damn it, they cheaper and I don't mind. So wasn't no problem. Man, we over here, and I know what a real chicken breast look like, and then I'm looking at buying packs of chicken breasts, and this shit look all stringy and doing it. And this is why it's not that I take this seriously, but this is why this is a worthwhile conversation. Because just like if you had told somebody in the year 2000, 2003, 2004 that lab grown meat was just gonna be a regular everyday conversation, we all know it's real, we all know it's out there, who would have believed you? Who would have believed you? So
Nobody.
Just in case, hey, in my Jaheim voice, just in case, what if 2030 roll around and little green people walking down the streets of LA and shit, or little gray people walking around in New York? Well, like who was that? My Renaissance grandma said they listening, they know what they gonna do, and all they can say is like, well, we told y'all. That's why I ain't calling.
April said anything is possible. Anything is possible at this moment. We got stay open
for making us take the vaccination shot. You know what's gonna happen to us that took them two shots, and then the booster. Shoot, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't. And by the way, shout out to Bronny, to LeBron James' son, man. Much love to him. Oh, Vision back up in here. What's up? He said 9 days. Bro, it ain't been 9 days, man. We finna slide out, man. We were just waiting for you. But it's a whole lot of athletes, a whole lot of people. I ain't gonna get too deep into that tonight, because that ain't what we talking about.
That's another hot mess too.
Yeah, that's a whole
his son had a cardiac arrest, right? Had a heart attack at the game or something. Oh, okay, yeah.
But I do respect everybody's feelings to do whatever they want to do with their body and with their family. People have different health levels and different health needs, and whatever you see best for you, I support you in it, and I want you to do it. I ain't passing no judgment. I'm just saying, some shit be a little sus, man. That's just me. That's just me.
The math, what did they be saying? The math don't math.
The math ain't math, fam. The math ain't math. And Stardust said that. Hey, look, I'm telling Miss April mentioned it earlier. I'm telling everybody. Matter of fact, when I get off of here, I'm gonna kick back probably. Spend a little time with the wife, because y'all know April always trying to fill on me, and I'm probably gonna watch that again, because that movie was that good. It was that good, man.
I gotta see it.
Yeah.
Now, did y'all watch the other one that they was trying to turning off the AC in the movie theaters? They didn't want people to see about the trafficking of the kids. Did y'all watch that?
Sounds of Freedom.
I wish.
And you know, Mel Gibson, the name Oprah Winfrey, is part of that club.
Allegedly, I gotta say
allegedly. Yeah, let me retract that. The movie stars Mel Gibson. It's called Sounds of Freedom, and he gets into
hold on, no spoiler alerts. Don't give it away, Miss April. And you You had them for Oprah got loan money. She been came over here, took my chickens and shit.
Oh
And I
yeah,
won't
I'm
have nothing.
sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Winfrey. I love you, Miss Winfrey. Can I be your long lost cousin? I won't tell
Yes,
none of the
ma'am.
family secrets. I won't tell none
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
family secrets. Yeah.
You welcome in. You welcome
Matter of
in. Come
fact,
on.
Miss Oprah, you can pay for us a meet and greet to send us over there to see African Dreaming and Pieces of April. So
I
we love you,
thank
Oprah.
you.
I do. I do. In case you listening. Now I'm just saying allegedly that's what them other folks
Allegedly.
trying to say about you. You my
Yeah, that's what the
sister. I
motherfuckers
love
say.
you, Oprah. I love you.
That's right. Thank you, thank you, Miss April. Keep them people.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that shit, I heard helicopters, and I'm well out in Africa.
Oh
In
yeah,
Florida
yeah,
area. I
no.
said, damn,
No.
oh shit,
No,
yeah,
we don't
no.
want them people talking about you, Oprah. You one of us. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Nah, but
Yeah.
I know where you coming from, Miss April. Like it's a whole lot of stuff out here, and I hear people I hear and I'm gonna take this opportunity to say something else. What's up, Triple Threat Firearms and Defense? How you doing, my sister? Welcome in, welcome in. Uh, I'm gonna say this. I hear a whole lot of people say, "Oh, if King was still here, or if Tupac was still here, or if this or that." Y'all don't know how none of these people would feel in 2023 if they were still living. You don't know who they would be, who they would have evolved into, what their political leanings would be. Like, because I've been disappointed by a whole bunch of people who I thought was like super solid. That's why I take this life and this whole experience one day at a time, because everybody on this panel agree we don't know it all. We trying to figure it out, and we don't know who the hell people gonna be in the long run, man. It's just
Exactly.
one day at a time, baby. Cause hell, R.I.P. Jim Brown, damn, was it earlier this year or last year? And he changed on a whole bunch of his positions, and that's one of the most iconic figures in Black history. Jim Brown, the great footballer, just all around individual, grew up in the civil rights movement. With his career, went through stuff people can't even imagine, and he evolved on some stuff. So you just never know how people gonna end up being. So to say who would have said what or how they would have felt in the day and age in which we live, yeah, you can't make that call, because I've been disappointed and I've been surprised by a few.
All right, African, I gotta go walk the furry one. But this was a good conversation, and yeah,
All
I
right,
like
sis.
coming up when you be having these
Yeah,
conversations.
I enjoyed
I'm glad I was
myself
able to come
today.
up. It was good meeting you, Miss
Yeah,
April.
good
Everybody in
meeting
the
you
chat,
too.
happy Thursday and have a great weekend, y'all. See y'all in the YouTube stream.
Hey, you too, my sister. Take care now. Take care.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah.
Later.
Everybody, y'all have a great evening. Thanks for allowing me to be on this panel. My story is something had to happen. Didn't nobody just think about writing these movies? And April Showers, I'm out.
All right, Miss April, you take care. Hey, family, we almost at 3:30. I had no clue that this was gonna run this long. If y'all wondering what we talking about, what's been going on, I've been having my camera off for the better part of the night. It's late over here. I am a little tired. It is late. It ain't too late, but it's late enough. But I just want to say thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for being in the chat. Starduster, Dan H been giving me grief all night. Pieces of April, my lovely wife, supporting, holding it down in the chat. She said Starduster, Good Eats Homestead. Man, so many of y'all. Vision Preparedness. I'm gonna drop this giant one more time before we get out of here, because we almost at 3:30. Damn, we at 3:30 now. I'm just enjoying the conversation. You know, I'm just enjoying the convo. My man Vision came up for a while. Oh, by the way, Vision Preparedness coming on tonight at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. It is Thursday, so you know who else coming up? Miss Shirley OG Gardner. I don't know if my Renaissance grandma coming up tonight, but we got Miss Shirley OG Gardner. We got G Quat Traditions with Auntie Ellen. Yeah, Miss Ellen Pankey, but with Miss Auntie Ellen. We got J3GS, and actually it's Odom's Homestead. Odom's Homestead show coming up. If anybody else is doing anything tonight or today, later on today, y'all let us know. We appreciate y'all being here. It's not about the numbers. It's not about how many people in the chat. It ain't about the shares. It is to some degree, so you can keep being introduced to more people. But at the end of the day, I would never swap conversations like this with nothing. I can't think of nothing, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Babe, I gotta die one day. I got to leave here. All of this got to go away. What have I done good? Who has inspired somebody? Okay, Dan went over, because I think Dan a mod over there, if I'm not mistaken. Vision Preparedness live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all make sure y'all catch my brother Vision Preparedness. It just is what it is. It is what it is, family. Now, do I know if E.T. Nim and who else? Moke and Mindy? I don't know if Moke and Mindy and them out there. I don't know if they here. They could be among us. They could be. Hell, I might have worked at Walmart with some of them. I don't know. I might have worked on a couple cars with some, or played football or did whatever. I don't know. But what I do know is that ain't my biggest concern as it stands currently. Now, when they start wreaking havoc, and doing crazy, outlandish, asinine stuff, that's when I'm gonna worry about them. But if they laying back in the cut and they mysterious and I gotta tell you, man, I'm happy for them, but I don't give a damn personally about Moke and Mindy. I want them to keep doing what they doing. Bring us this iPhone 23 or whatever else they helping with, and keep it pushing. People out here trying to pay their bills, man. People out here trying to buy their groceries. Maybe go hunting. Maybe go fish a little bit. And maybe, you know what I'm saying, if they real lucky, #blessed, shout out on a can of sardines or 3. I started this whole live. Y'all see the title. I mean it. I really mean that. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I mean, and the hell am I supposed to do about it? What am I supposed to do about it? So you telling me, let's assume this is true real quick before we get out of here, family. So if this is true, you telling me you've been sitting on these people and this technology and these bodies for 70, 80 years, and then you come along in 2023 and tell me or allude to me, you didn't say it, but allude to me, that I'm supposed to be completely interested and or give a damn and bread down to $3 a loaf. You mean tell me shit getting expensive in Africa? I ain't saying don't pay attention to it. I'm just saying, I'm saying make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I believe in the potential. I do believe in the potential. I'm not ruling that out. But if that's the case, Vision ain't nobody. I gotta put it up here. Vision ain't nobody ask you nothing, bro. Who said something? Living Natural just came back from lunch and saw you still on, and you and April have a good evening. Oh, thank you, Living Natural. We appreciate that, sister. See, she said it in a nice way. Vision said it in a damn, you still on, bro? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm gonna get off of here when Vision come up real quick. Vision, get your Vision, come on, and I'm gonna go get off of here. Triple threat, you know what? Triple threat, Torsia. Ain't nobody ask you for all the extra commentary about how long the lie, because I didn't even want the lie to be this long. It's because of y'all that I'm even on here this long. Because you know I'm very soft spoken and don't have a whole lot to say. Because I really be wanting to keep my lives to about 35, maybe 45 minutes. And it be y'all that be enticing me to keep on talking and going and doing all this, that, and the third, because I don't even like being up here. Like, matter of fact, I'm actually very uncomfortable right now, whether y'all believe it or not. So, whatever. My goodness. The way y'all treat me, boy, if April was in here, y'all would be so kind and so sweet and so pleasant. Inflation could end up like 1 minute. Dan, you is not kidding, bro. You is not kidding. Okay, I see you backstage, bro. I'm gonna bring you up and we can get off of here because since everybody think I've been on here for forever, and when I really ain't, because I ain't even been up here that long.
You've been up here what?
What's up,
9 days? You've been up here what? 9 days, 10 days? You're doing a marathon, bro.
Ain't no marathon, man. Ain't no marathon. Bro, what you got going on later tonight? Tell everybody about that so we can go and get off of him.
Got live at going live at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Got a special guest, my two guys, the survivalist preppers. Okay. And we're gonna be talking about what direction is this world going, is this country going?
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna just talk about the state of chaos in which we live in and see.
That's a great topic. You know, I gotta say this, Vision, that sounds like an amazing live, and I know it's gonna be fire. And if y'all didn't catch Vision Preparedness last live, I hope y'all catch this one and then go back and look at the other one. Now, me personally, I've never been invited over. I've never been invited over for any form or type of conversation.
No, he did not. Just sit there, man. April, step aside because the lightning is coming straight through the roof.
Hey, you know what? I can't do my man like that, man. Vision Preparedness is my brother. He show a lot of love. I just, it's the time difference, y'all. The time difference is what be killing us. But
I understand. If I did a live 9 days straight, man, I wouldn't show up for nobody's either.
Wow. He said 9 days straight. Now, look did he know on his Tuesday night live, because I was too tired. I wasn't finna jump in and do a whole bunch of typing and speaking. That was one of the few that I do, because usually when I go into the bedroom or lay down in the bed, I don't even do social media. I get off of it altogether. But because my brother was up there, I said, man, I'm gonna get that was one of them bed watches. And while I was just looking back, you know, because I wasn't sleepy yet, I just needed to unwind and you know, bring it down. Let me catch my brother, because I talked to him earlier, and
right,
man, boy, when I say you brought it about the whole, y'all, if y'all haven't heard the whole palm scan technology with not Google, what is it, man?
Amazon One.
Well, Amazon One. So technology exists in certain parts of the country and the world, but mostly the country, where you can scan this and that and do this and do that. In fact, it's primarily in the States. But please go watch this brother live. It's informative. He asking real questions. He's showing real information related to the subject matter in which he's speaking on. So he ain't just pulling it out his woohoo. He coming from somewhere with it, and it's something to think about. It's something to think about for real. And I'm encouraging everybody to get over there and check you out, man. And we got to support our youth too. That's one thing I love about Vision Preparedness, man. When you see young people getting up here, talking the way they talking and coming with all this information, y'all, we gotta support the young people out here. So go ahead, brother.
Well, that's why I support you. And you young brothers can do lives for 9 days straight. Us old cats, we got to get it in 60 minutes and go on and get some sleep.
Right on, man.
But no, folks, if y'all have not, please share this out, because he bought not only the heat, but he bought the fire, the charcoal, the wood, the stove, the whole nine, because this topic, folks, is going to come around again. And hopefully y'all get it before whatever hits our country, our planet. I'll say that.
Facts. Absolutely. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna let my brother have the last word. Almost.
Key word in that sentence is almost. Only thing I can say is support, folks. Drop your link, BCICA. Come on, y'all family. That's how we all grow. That's how we all get there. And, I appreciate you allowing me to come up for the time that I was here. And thank you for continuing to bring topics that make people think, because that's what it's all about, folks. You got to think. Don't get caught short. I appreciate you. Don't get caught short. As my ride and die says, you better stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Other than that, that's it. Thank you for allowing me.
That's it, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Vision. Vision Preparedness, ladies and gentlemen. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, family. Y'all make sure y'all get over there and catch my brother. I don't know what time it is where y'all at, but I know it's time for me to get out of here. I just want to say it's been a great live, great conversation. Thank you to Bougie Prepper. Thank you to Miss April Showers. Thank you to Homestead in the Hood. Thank you to everybody in the chat. My family, Good East Homestead. A whole lot of other people. Dan H been giving me the blues all night.
As he should.
Yeah. What, for being old? That's not polite, man. Triple threat firearms and defense. Who else? Of course, my brother Vision Preparedness, Living Natural, like so many of y'all, people tucked away in the bushes. She said, my lovely wife, Pieces of April, again, I can't say her too much. Stardust the 2, WT, like all of y'all. Just thank y'all for coming through. I ain't gonna go through everybody. I'll be here all night, man. But thank y'all. I appreciate it. Remember this. At the end of the day, there are known knowns and known unknowns. What the hell are you gonna do with that, man? You got a life to live, you got bills to pay, you got kids looking up at you hungry like newborn birdlings, you got responsibilities. These people can tell us whatever. And I'm not saying this a lie, because hell, ET might pop up next week. I don't know. Be ready for it and keep living your damn life, because at the end of the day, don't allow yourself to be caught in arrested development. When you hear something so amazing, so phenomenal, it's like, oh damn, the world, if they finally here, what am I finna do? I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying they not here. Hell, if anything, they've been here.
Right.
How about that part? They probably been here. If they're here, if there's a they to be here, they had probably been here, because how would you know? Or how would you not know? So with
Right.
that being said, people, live your life, stay encouraged, stay positive, stay prayed up if you're a praying person to whomever, whatever deity or entity you pray to. I don't give a damn. That ain't my business. I don't get in grown folk business. I want you to stay in good graces, in peace, and in love. Remember that it is what it is. Don't stress or worry about things that exist beyond your control, because you ain't got no control. Hard to deal with as a human, ain't it? Everybody want to be in control, but you can't always be. So keep living, keep pushing. Check us out tomorrow for tomorrow's Friday. Friday Faves. Friday Faves on tomorrow. Man, we got Gina versus Gina. After that, we got Friday Faves with Big Rooster. No, we got Friday Freestyle Friday with Big Rooster. We got a lot of good lineups coming up tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all catch them. But in the meantime, man, y'all already know what it is, baby. Until the next time that y'all see me and I see y'all, y'all already know what I'm gonna be over here doing. I'm gonna be over here minding my own business, staying out of grown folk business, being country in another country.